Hello.
Two?
Uh,
Are we live?
are we live?
Hello, hello.
We're live.
All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Mason. I go by he, they pronouns. I will be DMing this game, The Beating of the Heart, a game in the Heart Beneath the City system. With me we'll just go down from the top and say names and pronouns, just to get that out of the way before we begin. Starting at first with singular.
Fleur, she, her.
I'm Hannah and she, her.
Right, name's Robert, he, him.
And I'm Xander, he, him.
Awesome. Before I jump right into this, I just want to reiterate what was on the GM announcement. This is a horror game with trigger warnings of possible gore, character death, unwanted bodily transformation, general spookiness. So if that is not your jam, you're welcome to not stay and watch it. Jumping right in.
Will only be lightly sad. Kidding.
If it is your jam, welcome.
Here's your jam.
Hope you like red.
Strawberry jam.
Actually, it's my concert.
You all are standing in a small, sort of red, fleshy, not even room, like space. The sound of a heartbeat fills your ears, and directly in front of you, you see what you came here for: the heart. It doesn't look like a heart. You're not sure where that name came from, other than the sound that it emits. In fact, you can't even really grasp what it looks like as its form is coalescing and shifting for you. Just a ball of potential, but not something that wants you to know it. You all came here with, led by your expedition, your head researcher, Miles Hitch, who is determined to find the source of the heart's power, to learn more about this heart. And it was a terribly difficult struggle. You five are the only remaining members of the expedition. You lost quite a few on the way down here. Journeying so far deep into the city is truly deadly. And give me one moment.
Chat's just said that the red stuff at the top of the screen on the stream is actually jam.
Oh yeah, totally jam. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Jam.
That's my headcanon.
I'm very sorry about that.
Question for
so-
chat: what flavour jam?
Strawberry,
Strawberry.
raspberry.
Yeah.
But you made it. You made it to the heart. And this is like the culmination of all your research, all your journeying, all your strife. And it feels good. There's a sense of completion. Those who came here as researchers are able to collect samples of the area around. Anyone who wants to can take a resource. There are 2 resources that you could gather here. There is give me one moment, let me pull it back. So we have a Heart's Bloom Orchid, a D6 resource with the cursed domain, but it's volatile. And harvested undulates with a D8 wild domain, but it is deteriorating. And as you do that, as you take the moment to soak in what you've done and where you've made it, some of you may notice, but Miles gets a little too close to the heart. His clipboard tight in hand as he's taking notes. And before anyone can reach out to stop him, his hand lands gently on the mass of light. And there is a burst. Not an explosion, but a consuming light that expands throughout the room. And you see where Miles was, his skin fall away and red tendrils wrap around his body. His form now being made of pure light. Each time you blink or look away, the light is a different color. And you're suddenly filled with a terrible sense of dread. Something, you don't know what that thing is now, but you know that it's not Miles. You know that he's gone. And one name is heard in your mind. As you know this, he is now one of the Heart's Angels. Penumbra. And this being of light now, with the tendrils sort of constantly shifting and moving across its body, turns to face all of you. In this moment, I'm going to go down the line and ask how each of your character reacts, and ask you to describe your character. Fleur, would you begin?
A ragged-looking gnoll, so a hyena folk. She has like little bone pendants tied into her fur all over her. Like simple ragged clothes. Various little bits and bobs hanging all about, and pouches and things with herbs in it, and all sorts of various doodads. And in that moment of something happening, would it be possible for me to like hold what I'm hold what I'm doing, see what the creature's going to do first? Like get ready to heal someone if necessary.
Absolutely.
I'll do that.
Hannah?
So I am playing Petals on Silk, or Petal to her friends and acquaintances. A high elf, deep apiarist, cooled to the heart by dreams of the unquiet swarm that dwells there. She at first tries to reach out to Miles, or what formerly was Miles, before realizing that his energy now feels deeply, deeply cursed and different. She recoils and is torn as to whether to try to save him or simply to defend herself and her friends.
Robert?
Right. So you see a fairly tall, not quite scrawny guy named Bryn, covered in plates of metal, cogs, and valves that make up his armor. He was about to shout to Miles, "Wait, no!" Before this thing happened, and now this other thing appeared. Bryn's mouth is agape, and all he can do now is starts cowering behind his steel door shield, kneeling to make himself small, and hoping that this thing will pass. This thing will go past and will not harm them. Have chance of that, probably.
A sail is a drow, though they don't quite resemble one anymore. They are a cleaver, which means that they have become sort of changed by their time within the space near the heart. They have their hands have become claws, and they have look like sort of horn-esque growths that just replace almost all of the hair on their head. Their eyes wide, unblinking, taking in all of their surroundings. They've not spoken much, even this whole expedition. Their purpose here has very much just been a guide down here, and they remain silent throughout Miles's transformation. And as soon as there's just a moment, we should run.
Miles's clipboard that he was holding, the last remaining sense of his humanity clatters to the floor as his hands, now again made of light and that are surrounded by those red tendrils that were going across his body, as long, sharp, unmaking claws form around his hand. A simple gesture up towards the small entrance that you came into this room, and you see one by one, quickly, red tendrils start crossing across your only exit. As even though the heart did not want you here in the first place, now that you're here, it doesn't want you to leave. I need everyone, as they witness this transformation, to make me an endure and cursed check. So the way the system works is if you always start with 1d10. If you have the skill, which in this case would be endure, you would add another d10. And if you have the domain, which is cursed, you would add one more.
Okay.
And then you take the highest number.
Is this a standard roll?
This is a standard roll, yes.
All right, good.
And then
Oh no.
we will go over the results of that roll in just a moment. So, what did everyone roll?
6, I think.
6.
It's
Okay.
a success at cost.
I'll let the others say.
No.
I rolled 2 dice, and I got a 1 and a 2. So I rolled 2.
Oh no.
I have the cursed domain, but it didn't do much. Luckily, it's not a critical failure, but it's not far off.
Okay, Robert, you got a 1?
I could only roll 1, and I only got 1.
All right.
Oh. Wait, do I have something for
We're,
this? Hold on.
we're starting so well, folks. We're starting so well.
We're
And-
definitely going to last for the whole session.
100%. It's
You got a
fine.
7? Blair? What was?
I got 9. I said it before.
I'm sorry, I did not hear you.
You're good.
So that means everyone but Redthorn is going to be taking stress. You all are going to take
Woohoo.
7 stress in Echo.
That's a lot of stress.
Um,
I have protection in Echo, so I think that means I only take 6. Is that correct?
Robert, unfortunately, that means you take 14 because you did roll a 1.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So the next, yeah, and -2 from Echo Protection. That's 12. It's still a lot. Immediate
That's more-
Echo fallout.
Yeah, that's more than there is boxes. Have fun.
So,
Yeah.
Petals, you are fine. Yeah, Bryn, you're immediately taking a fallout. And I rolled a 2 for Sion. So both of you are taking a minor fall. Echo. So
Yeah, I have 1 Echo Protection, so I take 6 stress total. Just as a...
but this is going to be a very special form of. So you both are taking a fallout called False Blessing. This is an immediate fallout. You are both convinced that someone other than Miles is also a Penumbra angel like him right now, hiding beneath their figure, like beneath what they present. You might even be correct. Their protestations are not to not being an angel could just be another test. And I'll drop that in the chat for you.
Sorry, is that all of us basically?
That is just you and Brit. Take 1 minor fallout vote.
Wait, me
Wait.
and
That's
Hannah
nonsense.
both
Rob.
amount of stress.
You
Yeah.
and Hannah.
Aren't 3 of us taking 4 total stresses?
Oh, then no, just Robert.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
So,
False Blessing is called.
Yes,
Oh.
I just dropped it into the chat. So, Bryn, you are convinced that one of your other companions is also an angel, like Miles is now,
Lovely.
Oh my. Okay.
and your
wait.
exit is swiftly closing as the Penumbra angel approaches. Is there anything anyone would like to do?
I would just like to clarify, did we take any fallout at all on 6 stress?
I
Okay.
rolled above your number, your total stress, when I was rolling to see if you did. I rolled an 11,
Oh, okay, got it.
and I rolled a 5 for SEO.
So, oh right, so Petal
So
and
you're
Bryn
all
didn't
you just
take.
keep the stress.
Okay, just very stressed in Echo. Cool.
I think we ran.
Can we
Ow.
run?
Yep.
How do we get through the
I'm
vines?
fucking hightailing it. So
I
trying
mean,
to get to that
Can we
the
fight the vines?
closing doorway.
It's not fully closed, but there are like tendrils crossing over each other.
Hmm.
I
Could
mean, I've got a knife that I'm gonna.
Good.
Could I run towards the start running towards it and also release the swarm.
Yes.
Because sorry, I'm just. I'm sure I had something in my, but I can't find. But never mind. Yeah, because there's something to do with my bees being relatively like stealthing, or like they have a poison that's dangerous to heart-touched things. I think. Oh, I don't think I actually took that ability. Actually, never mind. Oh well. So yeah, I try releasing the swarm at the tendrils to try and abate their progress in blocking off the doorway, so that we can get there in time.
And I'm going to try and just kind of claw at them as best I can.
All right. Roll your d4 for the release swarm. And Asina, you're also cutting at it with your knife. Yes.
Yes.
So roll your
It's a
die
D6.
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's 2.
A 3.
You're able. With your efforts combined, you're both able to cut enough space for you all to push through. And as the last of you makes it through this entryway, you watch as the tendrils close with what was Miles's face staring up at you. And then before it fully closes, you watch him sink into the floor. You get a sinking feeling that he is not done.
No.
Does his clipboard fall to the ground at all, or does it go with him?
It is the clipboard is still in the room. If
Could
you would
I
like to go back and get it.
I want to just literally just rip off a piece of paper. I don't need much. I just need to tear off a corner or something.
So, I will also say that you can use that as a D4 technology cult resource.
Okay.
Could I potentially use my bees to go and try and retrieve it?
Yeah, I would allow that. Yeah.
I've got no idea what kind of role that might fall under, if any.
Yeah.
But
Let me see. I'd say that would probably be a. You could do delve, evade, or sneak, and then it would probably be a first domain.
okay, I don't have any of those skills, but I do have the cursed domain, so that'll be 2d10s, I suppose. Oh, I got a 10.
Great. Yeah,
That's on my 1 and 2.
you're able to get the full clipboard, and I will say the full clipboard itself is a D8 with the same technology and cult. And now, before you find the path that you all tread to came here, or what was the path. You can never really be sure with the labyrinth that is the city beneath, but it looks very familiar. The tunnels that were winding that you followed look the same, but there's something off about them. All you know is that you need to make it to a haven, somewhere to hide out, maybe heal some of your stress.
Is this a delve?
This is our first delve. You are no longer at the heart, but we are on tier 4, which means that the stress die for this are going to be anywhere between a D8 and a D10.
Cool. Redthorn is going to pull out this weaved circle of twigs with sinewy string between them and crow bones all over it, and start chanting. And as part of the chanting, if you'll allow me to flavor it in this way, walks up the wall onto the ceiling and looks down. So up from her perspective, but down for everyone else. And that's casting Ascendancy with Bypass to give us a D6 boon.
So that I was going to say that the stress for this delve is currently at a 16. You may subtract a d6 from that.
Excellent. I do have to roll Compel Occult first to see if it even happens.
I literally just remembered. We took our Echo Stress. I've got Heart's Blood, so minimum protection for all is equal to the tier of the heart. So
It would have been tier 4, so you would have
yeah,
had 4
I
protection.
took 3
So-
stress.
Yeah, so
6.
10, it goes
yeah,
off.
I also took 3.
And that's -3 stress.
-3 stress. Wonderful.
Yep.
So you are at 13.
So as Redthorn is chanting, the ground and the walls around us start to change and twist and become inherently magical and slightly less kind of oppressingly cursed. And passageways start to open up, doorways unknit from the walls, allowing us easier passage.
With this spell cast, I will also say that you're able to, removing that 3, you're able to find at least a doorway that resembles the one that you came through to get into this core. Allowing yourself to move through the shifting tunnels in this delve. You come to a small, as you cross, you come to a bridge over like a cavern, something deeper, far beneath the surface, which you can only suspect with where you just came from would, if you fell in, you would fall directly into. And this bridge is not holding together very well. You don't know that it could hold for all of you. At least not at once. And you're free to decide what you want to do with this.
I would like to use the Many Eyes ability, which allows me to, when I stand still and close my eyes, I can see through the eyes of any of my bees. And I would like to scout the bridge about and see if there are any obviously weak or dangerous elements and try and see how strong it looks.
Okay. I'm going to say for that. Look. You can use it. I would say it would be discern, and then cursed or warren for the domains.
I would prefer Cursed because I have that, and that means I can roll 3 dice. Because Many Eyes as part of the ability gives me the discern. It makes sense it would be a discern check. Highest is 10.
Wonderful. So roll me a d8.
1d8. There we go. 4.
4. The delve is down to 9. And
The what's
with
down to 9, sorry?
the delve stress,
Cool.
you're able to find the boards that are thoroughly rotted through, that you cannot step on. With a 10, it's critical success. I think you can find the exact ones that you know would be safe to get you across.
Hell yeah. I communicate that to the rest of the party. In fact, I might get a bee to sit on each one so that they're marked. Because the bees glow, I think,
So are the
canonically
bees the
per the book.
safety or the danger?
The bees are of the danger ones.
So
So you don't step on the bees.
don't step on the bees. Got it.
Don't step on bees. No step on bees.
Don't step on the bees. Got it.
Don't step on bees. No step on bees. The bees is me. Sort of.
How urgent is it that we like get out of here, kind of thing?
Considerably.
Currently,
I mean, with our current surroundings, like
with
there's
your
nothing.
current surroundings, you have seen there's been no sign of the angel. There's an oppressing feeling that comes with being this far deep into the heart, into the city beneath it, tells you this is not right. And the ever-present sound of that boom, 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 of the heartbeat in your is ringing in your head. Not like almost as if it's not a sound that is happening in the real world, but something being projected into you. But there is no urgency that you can see other than what you know being the heart's not done with you. It wants you back, but there's nothing around you right now.
I think before we go any further, I would like to use the wild hunt, lead the group in communion with the heart, to grant us all the delve ability, delve skill.
That's very handy.
So yes, so I have to
Oh.
make an endure cursed roll. Are we in an area with the haven tag? I just want to check before I.
No, you're not.
Good, it's not risky then. A 10. Nice.
Great. Yeah.
If it was risky, I could mitigate that.
We're rolling really well at the start of the session, which means we're going to roll awfully near the end.
Hey,
Well,
I
you say
mean,
that, but like the
I mean,
very
the
first
first roll
roll,
wasn't
Self.
great.
we had a 1 and a 2.
Yes. Everyone who participates gains the delve skill if you don't have it already.
How long does that last?
Until the end of the current delve.
Oh yeah.
And increase the stress increase the stress they inflict on delves by 1 step until the end of the current delve.
Ooh. That's really good.
Okay.
Shame I didn't do the many eyes thing after that.
Apologies.
Right. So you're able to safely get across the bridge and take a moment to commune with what very well wants you dead, giving you all insight on how to avoid it, granting the stealth skill. As whoever was last on the bridge takes their final step off, the bridge snaps. You're no longer on the bridge, but it snaps and both sides fall deep into that chasm. And it wasn't an accident. You could tell.
No returning that way, I guess.
At least nothing on foot's going to be following us.
As where you see the ropes were, you see small red tendrils retreating into the ground.
Killing us.
The angel is coming for us. We must run.
And
I'm gonna do something funky.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna do a plucking motion with my hand, and that's me doing exsanguinate. And because I have the paper from the clipboard, does that work as a sympathetic token?
It does, yes.
So do I get the sense that the angel was anywhere within the ranged tag from us?
I would say, seeing as the tendrils just retreated, yes.
Cool. It's also going to take damage.
Mm-hmm.
I see.
Did it seem like that thing was more resilient physically or spookily?
It's more
You don't
you.
have to say.
You can. I will say you can tell that with how intertwined with the heart, it seemed to be as the heart was the one that transformed it itself. Um, it's definitely like the closer to the heart it is, the more resilient it's going to be.
Okay. Then I'm gonna put those. I'm gonna put that stress into blood. It's taken 3 points of blood stress.
Okay.
Um, it's close. Keep running.
You uh, with casting that spell and doing this damage, I will say you can feel it like it hit its mark, but it doesn't seem like it does much.
Okay. As in, like, has 3 protections in blood, that sort of thing.
As in, yeah, there was protection.
Yeah. Cool. But yes, I will definitely give the vibe to the party of cool. Let's keep going.
Yeah, no
Sure.
argument from me.
In pushing forward, the winding, like the tunnels that you're going down begin like are moving with you. Like you watch as you approach a tunnel that's turning right, shift to go left.
That's kind of fun, kind of creepy.
And eventually when walking down this tunnel that like it looks like a straight shot, and then you watch as the walls tear from each other, like ooze dripping from it, and there are now 3 pathways ahead of you.
Hmm. Anyone got any ideas which way we should go?
Oh, this is just lovely.
Guide. Anything?
I would like to use many eyes again and have bees scout each 3 to see if there's anything obviously dangerous down any of them. So close eyes and focus on each of the corridors in turn. And assuming that's going to be a discern.
It will, yeah, it'll be discern, and then I would say curse as well.
10, 10, 7.
Wonderful. You see to the one on the right, going. It takes a while, but going down it, eventually there is a pool of water that feels vaguely familiar to you. And as your bees get closer to it, they begin to feel not like they're being pulled to the water, but as if gravity around the water is shifting. Down the one, did I say that was to the right or left?
Right.
To the right.
Right. Thank you. Down the one to the left, there is what looks to be a forest. A very, very tall, swaying trees. But getting a closer look at these trees, there's not bark on them. They're not wood. But somehow, like the tunnel opens up, and these trees appear to go so far up that the space above is surrounded in fog, and you can't see what's at the top of them. And the last tunnel, you see a grove. A marvelous, beautiful grove surrounded by, with various figures there. The figures are a bit too far into the grove for you to make out their features, but as your bees approach, you also notice gravestones peeking out of the grove.
Can I see anything about the gravestone? Do they look fresh? Can I make out any details on them? Things like that.
The stones are like luminously white, and each gravestone or grave that has been dug is surrounded by smaller stones that are also that like stark, almost pure marble white. But it doesn't feel malicious in the grave, I will say.
Are the figures doing anything?
They are milling about, that you see them talking with each other. A bunch of them seem to be walking towards um, what looks like in a far distance a small building.
Are they wearing?
Robes, almost religious.
And what does the building look like?
Looks like it could be a chapel.
Do we know anything about religious groups who exist this far down in this deep in the heart?
There are a multitude of religious groups that exist on this down like this far. Not all of them are good. Most of them aren't, in fact. You know that there is a sect of worshippers of a moon goddess. Here, there's the signal box cult, which is a very dangerous cult that has crafted their worship around these lost Vermisian artifacts, almost like a cargo cult. There's the cult of knives that is full of sentient knives that are hosted in bodies, like wandering corpses with dozens of sentient knives embedded in them. Those are the three that come to the top of your head.
Do these robed figures particularly match one of them over the other three? Other two, even?
You don't see knives sticking out.
I was going to say, probably not
Yeah.
the knives, people.
Probably not the knife guys.
So you're all set with that. You can't quite make out the details of the robes. So it doesn't look like there's like any technology on them, but it could also be a distance thing.
Sure. Well, I will have relayed that to the rest of the group as well. So,
That
yeah,
will
does anybody have any... the way that reality was warping and shifting around the pool seems disorienting at best, a little awkward to deal with. The misty trees, I don't know, I mean, was there any particular feeling of danger or unease around the trees, or?
I think it came with the feeling of the terror of not knowing what
Sure.
is happening there.
So
You didn't see any creatures.
So it looks like we've got a probably unsafe bet, an own bet, and a bet that it's hard to predict because it's sentient beings, but didn't seem to give off any bad vibes. Seemed to be relatively wholesome. Feels like an inappropriate word for being this deep in the heart, but as close as you could get to it. What do we think? Yeah.
The walls and the kind of tunnels that we've been going through, do they seem to be like responding to our like emotional state and our kind of thoughts? Not like doing what we expect them not to or doing what we want them to do, but just kind of like sensing, vibe checking us and like responding in kind. Is it something that maybe like you'd be able to, through force of will, not control but like guide?
Make
I roll to
me.
intimidate the walls.
I'm trying to roll to like my goal here is like eliminate one of the options by compelling the place itself to shut off the most dangerous one.
Okay. You can make. I'll allow you to make a compel. Let me look at the domain. A compel and I'd cursed. Yeah. Compel and
Cool,
cursed.
excellent. All the dice. So Redthorn will just like place her hands on the ground, and her veins through her fur start pulsing bright red light. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, that's 2 1s and a 9.
Okay.
You two are going to jail.
Lol.
Dice.
I'm pretty sure the 2 1s that I've rolled have come off the same die.
So, you feel the walls respond, like the area around you respond to you. Not in that it's like it seems to like be unwilling to change. Through you can sense that the agenda of the heart is pulsing through these corridors. However, you're infusing your own sort of energy and magic through this, and you're able to force the corridor with the trees, sort of tendril, like the same tendrils that closed off that exit way. It closes off that path. And you hear a snarl behind that closed off wall.
Excellent. Not that way. And does that deal any stress damage to the delve or not?
Yes, I will. So that would have been a D6. It is now a D8. To delve magic.
Oh dear.
Athion's. So roll me a D8.
Sorry, I was busy having technical difficulties.
All right.
That's a 1.
Okay. So we are down to 8.
Nice.
But you have the 2 paths ahead of you. One leads to a strange pool of water, and one leads to a grove.
Personally, I got a pretty bad vibe off of that pool of water.
I trust your
What do we
instincts.
think?
We can kill people.
Potentially,
I couldn't have said it
if we
better.
need to.
Can't kill.
How many figures were there?
But there weren't many. At least not. There weren't many that were like visibly milling about. You don't know how many there could be within the building that they were approaching. But I would say about 4 or 5 that were outside.
So we're not very badly outnumbered or anything, which is good.
I think you're right. Let's go.
Yeah, fingers crossed that they're friendly.
All right, you go down the path of to the grove, and as the like pulsing, not stone floor, but like almost fleshy floor begins to convert into soil and grass. And stepping into this grove, looking up, you see a moon. Like there's no ceiling, you see the moon. No, but you know you're still underground.
Moon
You see
worship.
above is the moon beneath. The moon goddess. And uh, as you approach, you watch you see open graves, and you see some of these figures climbing into the graves and like laying down.
Hmm. Do you reckon they'll just let us pass through?
They don't seem to be um, noticing you right now. You're not very close to the graves, but so you don't know how they would react upon like you approaching them. But as of right now, they seem non-hostile.
Can we see what the exit to the grove would be?
It looks like
Where it would be?
you would just have to go straight through, far beyond the chapel.
Hmm.
But
If
I will also
we-
Get a sense.
stepping into it. There's in this grove. There's like an aura of goodness and like piety that is almost overwhelming.
Hmm.
You feel as even if you tried, if you like wanted to do something like evil, you would be like forced to your knees with like glorious visions.
I think
Does
we
this
should
place
be
feel safe?
As safe
after what we've been through,
as safe as you can be.
Basil's
Can
gonna
I'm a little
sigh.
plush again and see if the angel's closing in or still within range.
The angel is not.
The angel's
Basil probably is gonna let out a bit of sigh and say, "Oh, after what we've been through so far, it's a relief to find a place that doesn't actively be trying or seeming to be trying to kill us."
Hmm.
yeah.
Shall we?
Sanctuary from the horrors of the heart.
Yeah.
Temporary.
You
But
need distance.
And as
Uh,
you cross, yes, sorry.
I was gonna say, shall we tentatively, cautiously approach and see if the figures respond to us, or
Hmm.
As you cross, you stepping through this grove graveyard. Really, you pass gravestones, um, and you see like smiling faces within open graves. Um, like they have sunken black eyes, and like their bodies are rotting away, but they seem content and happy to be here beneath the moon's light.
Do they seem like alive and rotting or long dead and just still stuck in a smile?
They seem They seem long dead.
No.
Although they're like, you pass some that aren't rotting, that are in the graves that seem alive. And they're lying, they're smiling. And you see no visible signs of decay with their like eyes, but their eyes are still sunken in black. But they're not moving. And as you start approaching this, like to get to the chapel, you feel the further that you walk in, further it's moving away.
Yeah.
So you're not gaining on this building.
Maybe
Sorry, go ahead.
maybe it only allows access to those of the faith.
Sorry, just distracted by a chat message.
If that's the case, I wouldn't mind converting right about now.
I think Tassel would. Are there any figures still sort of upright and sort of moving around?
Yeah, you see a pair of figures with these like religious robes and then large backpacks on, as though they have made like a trek to get here.
I would like to approach them and call to them and say, hello.
You the attention of a pair of high elves. One is, hello.
Thanks. Well, I hope so. We are a group of, I guess we're explorers. We're a group of explorers trying to escape the heart. We have a penumbra angel chasing us, and we're looking to escape its grasp. I don't suppose you could point us the way out, or potentially provide us any boon in our efforts.
The two high elves look at each other for a moment, and before the man like steps up and goes, yeah, and you have a penumbra angel chasing.
We believe so.
It's not close. Trust me.
It's not upset at us, it is not happy with us. It seems to be trying to kill us at the moment after it killed our leader, after our leader possibly became it. I'm still a little unclear.
Angel.
No, it wants one of its own back. One of its own back.
We can't give you anything to fight against a penumbra angel. But I mean, we're not going. He turns to the other figure, more androgynous figure, and goes, "We're not going to need this, are we? Like some of our stuff?" They shake their head before like taking off their backpack, digging through and pulling out like a small like incense burner that has incense in it right now, and goes, I mean, we can give you some of what we brought with us that we were going to offer to the goddess, but we have plenty.
Anything you can provide us would be very gratefully received. Thank you.
And they hand over the incense burner, which is a D8 resource, which is a religion, and then it has the taboo. And the man looks back and goes, "Be careful, though. penumbra angels, though not strongest, they're shapeshifters. So
Mm.
they could be
Thank you
anyone
for
you come across.
duly noted. Thank you. Do you have any advice for trying to escape or combat one?
If you're combating one, you want to get as far out of as high up in the city beneath as you can, because weaker the further away from the heart it is.
Could you describe the fastest route to get out of the city? You must have some idea of the route you took here.
We do, but routes change all the time. I mean, past
Yeah,
just behind the chapel is a entryway to a tunnel.
thank you. Would you mind if we rested here a while to try and clear some stress?
Of course, I can, if you like, I can let you into the building. It's much safer there than it is out here. Even
That
though
would be very much appreciated.
blessed road, it does not keep out angels.
Say does or does not, sorry.
Hmm?
Did you say does or does not, sorry?
Does not.
Thank you. That is very much appreciated. I regret that we don't have much to give you in by way of thanks.
It's all right. We won't need much soon. So,
Might I ask what it is that you're doing here?
uh, uh, it's a religious pilgrimage. We come to be blessed by her, and they gesture up to the moon.
What
We,
are the... Sorry, go ahead.
and we're both very ill and will be passing. So,
What are the people doing in these graves? Are they receiving blessings?
people come here to die beneath the light of the moon.
See, I wish you peace in whatever it is that you're here to do.
I hope you can escape.
Thank you. Um, so
So,
if we went into the chapel, is there anything we could do there to clear out stress or sort of prepare ourselves potentially in a sort of
there's
slightly safer place?
so first, I'm going to, with that conversation, allow you to roll a d8 to deal stress to the delve.
6.
All right, that's down to 2. The chapel itself acts as a haunt, which
As a what, sorry?
a haunt,
Mm.
which is a place where you can remove stress. Um, though one of the man who walks you to the chapel, and as he approaches with you, that you can see that it's not moving further away.
Mm.
He informs you that there is a tide that at least one person must for you to come in, and it's
What is the
not
tide?
physical.
Sorry, I didn't catch all of that. A tithe, at least one person, not physical.
Yes, it there's a sort of spiritual price that you must pay.
Well,
What is
I'm
this price?
Just giving over some of yourself.
well.
out of
As
character, it would be someone would be taking stress.
I'm somewhat in tune with the spirits myself. I suppose I'm the best suited for it. And as we I'm assuming we walk up to the building, if they show me a way of offering this tithe, I do so. If it's up to me to kind of find a way, then I will. Do they show me a way of giving tithe, or is it just kind of figure it out?
They, as you get to the building itself, there's you see right, like sort of in front of the entrance, there's stairs going up to the building that like split, and where the stairs split, there is a statue um, of a beautiful elven woman holding out her hands. And they say simply place your hand on hers.
Okay. Can do so.
As you do so, you take 3 echo stress.
Reduced to 2.
And then I will roll to see if fallout. That was a 4, so you're all good. And the door opens, allowing you to enter the hall. Which gives you the chance to remove stress if you have the means to do so.
So because Robert's character took a fallout, you no longer have any echo stress, right? Is that how that works? I don't. That's a question. Don't give me a question.
It is a minor echo stress, yes. Echo minor fallout, yeah.
But you still keep the stress.
Okay, still keep the stress.
I skip the stress, okay. That's fine by me.
So Redthorn is going to kind of pull out various little like herbs and incense and like burning things and smelling salts and various like little things for healings and wellness of the mind, and set up a little like circle around Robert's character. I've forgotten your character's name. I'm so sorry.
Bryn. It's
Bryn.
Bryn.
Set up a little circle around Bryn, and just kind of like start waving things in front and chanting a little bit, and just trying to kind of calm and soothe and, spiritually speaking, bring the soul to calmness. I'm attempting to maybe mend some of that stress.
I
have nothing, no relevant item. I'm just trying to, like, bare bones, try and reduce it.
Yeah. I would say that would be a mend with a cursed or occult domain roll.
Those are both the same. 10.
Okay. I'll allow you to roll a d6 and remove that from this draft.
1.
That's fine by me.
Crit. 1.
Roll 2. So you get 2 since it was a crit, so it's double.
Way.
2. Okay then. Yeah, Bryn's still sort of crailing himself like this, back and forth, but
he
does
mentioned
speak
about finding one of its own?
No. It's gone now. Or voices. Voices like the angel from the heart that showed up. And I thought there was going to be another one. I thought it was going to be you, actually. Or Petal. Or a Saiyan. One of you.
I'm certainly no
didn't know.
angel.
Though it's gone now. It's gone now.
It is. It's
I
can guarantee it.
The moon goddess must favor you, Red Thorn. I thank you.
Oh no. I think she's just blessed the whole place. Do you mind if I... And, like, Red Thorn will just kind of, like, pluck a hair out of your head. Pocket it. Just in case.
I mean,
chance.
Yeah, Bryn's not gonna retract himself, but he does go, owie!
For protections. It's always useful.
Sure. Whatever you say.
And I mean, you've been journeying with Redthorn for a while. She's not all there. she's a bit insane.
Yeah, Bryn's accepted Redthorn as is.
We should move on quickly.
Yes, once we've rested.
Yeah. I think so. As far as mending goes, to mend Echo Stress, I'd need an Echo item, presumably.
And Echo, you're also in. So the place that you're in actually has the Echo tag as well, which is which will allow for Echo healing with a successful mend at curse or a cold roll.
I've got mend and cursed and occult as things. So, can I roll to remove Echo Stress? Can I roll to remove Echo Stress from the whole party, or does it have to be individual?
Say it again.
So if I were to roll to remove Echo Stress, would that have to be so? As I may, sorry, to reiterate, to back up slightly, what Red Thorn just did was remove stuff from Bryn specifically, right? Or was that from everyone?
No, Bryn.
Cool. So
Actually,
I
point of correction, I made a mistake. You do remove all stress when you take all stress from the type when you take a fallout, and then if you take when you take a minor fallout, and when you take a major fallout, you remove all stress completely.
Okay, so
right.
I'm not stressed at all.
No,
that was my mistake. I'm very sorry.
No worries.
Sure. I would have still done it. He's freaking out.
You still have the fallout, but you lose the stress.
And now the fallout's gone as well. Good.
You still have the fallout. Oh wait, no, you remove the fallout.
No,
I'll allow the healing to remove the fallout.
Oh.
So that it wasn't worth nothing.
I fixed him.
we have the technology. We can rebuild it.
Upgrades, people. Upgrades.
Oh dear.
So I would like to roll to remove the stresses that we've each taken.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna say that's that'll be 3 separate rolls for each one.
So in that case,
I'm gonna ask that you don't heal me, if that's okay. I'm good.
Okay. So who wants?
My echoes.
I'm gonna crack out some bandages maybe and just some provisions to try and undo the twisting of the body and the mind of that Echo Stress. So first I'll go for crumbs, what was character name?
Asayon, if it's me.
Yeah. There we go. So for Asayon, I've rolled 1, 1 and 9, so that's a 9.
So roll me a. What did I have? D6. I think it was a D6.
It was a D6 for me, yeah.
Yeah, D6.
3.
Wait, is that 3 stress?
That's
Three stress
presumably
removed.
3 stress removed.
That's
Fair enough.
literally my exact amount of stress. That is very funny.
Yeah, me too. So I'm gonna roll the d10s again. That's cocked, but one of these dice is a 9, so that's again it fell off. That's 10. Once it's actually flat. So I guess I roll 2 d6s.
Yep.
2 4s. So that's all my stress gone.
With as you complete that, you hear screeches from outside the chapel.
Oh.
They almost sound like one of them. You hear a bird, like a bird screech. It sounds like a mix between a bird screech and like a human screech.
Hmm.
And after a little while of hearing that, you start to recognize the scream. Because that's Miles's voice that you were hearing.
Oh, bugger. Oh, shit. I'm going to ready my bow and head out there.
Is there a back entrance to the chapel, or is it just that entranceway?
It was just that entrance.
Okay.
It's possible that he can't get in here.
Oh.
So would we?
But we don't want to be trapped in here.
And there is the matter of our friends outside.
That too.
Hence.
I think getting stuck in here forever, trapped out by an angry whatever Miles used to be outside, is less than desirable. I say we make a break for it.
We fight.
They're in danger, aren't they?
They are in danger.
They're those who got us.
They helped.
We got to get.
They helped us.
We got to help them
We-
back now.
We owe them.
Let's fucking go.
Stepping out of this chapel, you see what you all would recognize as something you fought on your way down here. Not exactly the same. There's one large harpy above, but she's clearly been twisted even further beyond what a typical harpy would be, as you see those same red tendrils scraping across her face. And she's the pure bird screech that you are hearing.
Mm.
Around her, you see smaller harpies with Miles's face. And they're his scream.
Ooh,
They're about 3
unsettling.
swooping around her right now, but you can see a couple more sort of flying into the road. And the smaller ones are swooping down and clawing at the 2 figures that helped, the 2 elves that helped you.
How many of them are within spread range of each other?
So they're like quickly moving around each other, but you could for sure catch the larger harpy with at least one of the other smaller ones if you wanted.
Okay, I am going to release the swarm. Kill D4 spread ranged.
Not the
To literally the bees. To I guess aim at the big harpy and try and time it to get as many of the smaller ones as I can.
I am going roll your kill, and we'll see if you roll like high enough. You can catch a few of them. It is going to be a risky roll.
In that case, just before doing that, could I cast Unchaos with stabilization? The party we're presumably all together, right? So everyone's within arm's reach.
Yes.
Okay, in that case, the way that stabilized Unchaos works is I roll Mend plus Occult, and on success, for the remainder of the situation, everybody within arm's reach of me, which is dynamic. So if people move away, they'll lose this. We treat risky actions as standard. As probability coalesces around me and crystallizes at my feet.
Nice.
So that will be Mend plus Occult. So that's just Mend plus Occult dice, not a base dice underneath, or
For
the Unchaos, it says roll Mend plus Occult. So if I've got those two as
so it's a standard roll, and then you like add the mend and then add.
okay, in that case that is 3 die. 8.
Awesome. 8 is you're good. So yeah.
And so once per situation, a target under this effect can treat a dangerous action as a standard action as well, but that's just a one-time thing for one person. If it becomes relevant, and it's not relevant, but yeah, once per situation when I cast Unchaos, all those affected by the spell can remove a d4 of fortune stress, but we don't have any fortune stress. So in that case, I'm now going to release the swarm with Unchaos. So as a standard action, do I roll d10 for that, or is it just the d4 for the damage?
You roll a kill, so it'll be a d10, and then if you have kill.
Yeah, I do not have kill. It's just a kill item. And is there a domain for that, or just kill?
Does your release a swarm? It's just kill. There's not a domain.
Okay, that's a 10. Good grief.
Oh, great. So you
Let's
deal
roll that die more often. So it's d4 with spread and ranged tags. It's a 3, so 6 is the double damage.
You wipe out 2 of these smaller ones.
Heck yeah.
The smaller harpies, like, thud against the ground. The larger harpy takes 5.
Asayon would like to, with my lovely big bow, which I'm imagining is like decorated with like various bits and pieces from things that I have killed previously that are just like it's a I've got a picture in my head of this just massive bow with just all of these things hanging off of it that look like it would get in the way but just doesn't. Because it's called the Extinction
Just
Bow,
that
so I just
good.
figure it's just like it's everything I've killed on it. You know, basically brace myself, ready it, and fire for the.
I was going to say, do you, if I do my thing first, that might buff what you're doing.
Please go.
Excellent. This might be sacrilege, but I'm going to Ascendancy with Blood Calls for Blood, which increases all of our weapon dice and the enemy's weapon dice by 1 tier.
Okay.
It makes them more dangerous, but
makes us more dangerous, and we can heal. So Redthorn's just going to start chanting, hard calls for us. And I will roll my thing. And I've dropped my die. That's fine. 8.
Great.
It exists.
Y'all are rolling real well.
Yeah, other than that one initial.
Now that my turn's done, I'm just going to pop out for a sec. You guys keep going, I'll be back.
Okay.
So that ups my bow to a D12 rather than a D10, which is lovely.
Are you aiming at the bigger one?
Yes, the main one.
Okay.
My figure is gonna have the most health, as it were.
Roll your kill.
So kill Any domain relevant or just kill?
Is there a domain specified on your extinction bow?
No,
So it's just kill.
just kill. 10.
10. Wow. Roll. Damn.
Wait, it says increase outgoing stress dice size.
So you can't increase it higher than a d12.
Okay, I was gonna say like the next is a bloody D20.
Roll a d14.
Unless you
12.
roll really poorly.
So that is 11.
Yep. Yeah. You make this bird go extinct. Your extinction bow, like, shoots her directly through, like, her chest, and you can see, like, the red tendrils sort of, like, fly off of her, back towards the tunnel that you all came from, as her body turns to dust, and a heart that your arrow is, like, stuck
gonna
through
want that
hits
heart.
the ground.
I'm gonna want that heart.
There's one last heartbeat currently, but you see like a handful of more flying into the grove.
All right.
This harpy is actually going to swoop down on the person that just killed its mama.
Oh boy. Right.
It's going to roll.
Go for it.
And it reaches down and like claws at you. At a sign, dealing 7 blood stress.
Ow.
As it's like metallic claws. Actually, no, 8 blood stress. I forgot they were brutal. Like metallic claws dig into you, and it flies back up into the air.
Lovely.
Hang on. Can I do something about it?
Ooh.
Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
I have
if you can.
I have the minor ability Night Protector. Once per situation with an ally within arm's reach would mark stress to blood, you mark an equivalent amount to blood instead.
I will say, I do. We still on tier 4, yeah.
Yeah, we're still on tier 4.
Yeah, so I'm only taking 4 stress.
Okay.
That would also I think it would count for like the amount of stress that you're taking would be. So he would take the 4 instead.
Yeah. If you are you going to?
Well, I
he wouldn't be
would.
taking.
Does protection count towards that or not? I have to take all the 4 that.
Your protection would count towards that too. So it'd be like however much he's taking, and then reduced by your protection. So
okay,
the 8 reduced by 4 for him, and then reduced by yours.
Because I have protection 3 for blood.
Oh, so you'd only take 1
that's
blood
strong.
I mean, and even then, there's a thing. There's a thing. I have. I have the major ability, Get Behind Me, which means that any ally within arm's reach of me gains 1 blood protection thanks to my interventions. And I'm going to intervene here.
Wait, so
I will say
it'll be 4 regardless. My Heart's Blood it doesn't add to other sources, but it just can't be lower than 4. So it's 4. It's going to be 4 regardless.
Fair enough. Then.
But
you can use it on someone else.
Well, I'll take the 4 and subtract my blood protection to it.
So I'm gonna roll to see if you take fallout. If you're only gonna take a fallout if I roll a 1.
Yeah. If you roll a 1,
I rolled a 4. Okay.
Nice.
You're all good.
Yeah. At that, Bryn would just yell, "Get behind me!" and shield you with his steel door, which looks like a door that's supposed to be on a train with a valve on it.
At this time, about 5 more of the smaller harpies fly in. Miles's face on them, screaming, and you can see red tendrils start to streak across the ground of the grove as they travel forward.
I know this is probably like obviously supposed to be terrifying, but I'm just imagining the cat with the man's face from What We Do in the Shadows. And I just can't take that seriously anymore.
Oh no.
But I assume that the intention is more bear from annihilation than
Yeah. It's more Bear from Annihilation. But there are about so now there are 6 of these smaller harpies here in total.
I mean, I
Maybe
do
they
want to
have
dash forward and
maximum
get the
3 hit
heart from
points.
the one I downed. So
Fleur, you are muted.
Damn right I am. So these things seem to be doing blood stress.
Yes.
Cool, excellent. I'm going to roll for Crucible.
Okay.
It's over, so I'm going to take some Echo Stress. Where's my pencil gone? I'm taking 3 Echo Stress. Do you want to roll for Fallout?
What's your total stress right now?
Total is 5.
Okay. That's a 7. You're all good.
Cool, excellent. And then you're fine. You only took 1 stress. You'll be fine. I'm gonna exsanguinate on the main one, the big harpy.
The big harpy is gone.
Already
Oh,
dead.
never mind. I missed that part.
you were gone.
There are just
Thank you very
these
much for my extra
small-
damage.
Then I'll like, is there one that's like harassing the people who helped us / attacking one of our friends?
There was one that just swooped down and attacked
Cool.
Sion.
It starts choking on its own blood. What do I roll?
Roll. I believe
Casually.
exsanguinate is a kill. Yeah.
Yes, it is a kill weapon.
So yeah, roll kill.
Cool. 5.
5. 5 is. Ooh, 5 is a failure.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm gonna say with that, what kind of stress would this be for you? Is the question.
I think. I mean, this could be either Echo or Blood. The damage that it does is Echo or Blood, and the damage that I do is. I mean, I'm assuming it would be Echo or Blood to me.
The bird, the harpy before, like you do this before it's fully back up in the air, and instead of choking on its own blood, it like turns to you and like spits all of the blood across you. And I'm gonna say this is gonna be a mind stress because.
Oh, that's fine.
So it'll be you're going to be taking 2 mind stress.
0.
0. Okay, great. You did take stress though. What's your
I've seen and done worse. This is nothing.
No, you didn't take. You're good. So okay, so
This
bird
is
just vomits blood on you and flies back up in the air. There are now 6 birds around.
this is a Tuesday for Red Thorn.
The 2 high elves are like ducking into one of the empty open graves to hide from the swooping harpies. I will also say the smaller harpies that were killed also crumbled to dust like the larger one did, leaving behind what looks like scrap metal. And like little small like useless trinkets in their place.
So probably not a huge amount of benefit to looting whatever they collapsed into. How tightly clustered are the 5 that have just entered?
The 5 of them, They're coming in together. They're not with the sixth one. They're together right now.
I would like to make quite a big show of screaming at them to try and get their attention, whilst I release the swarm again at the cluster.
Okay. Roll your
Uh,
kill.
So that was yeah, just a 1d10. Was it just a 1d10? I can't remember how many d10s rolled
Yeah, it
way
was
back. 7.
7. All right. So you are able to do your release of swarm. However, while you are making a big show on these 5 releasing swarm, the one that just puked blood on Red Thor is able to swoop down and scratch you and deals 3 blood fallout to you. 3 blood stress to you.
Okay, 1 protection, so 2 total taken.
2 total taken. What's your total stress at?
2.
That's a 7. You are all right.
Am I benefiting from a Red Thorn's increased damage die thing, or is that just for...
Yes, it is. Anything that's a weapon.
Excellent. The swarm counts as a weapon, I think.
Real quick, how long is that for? Just
the situation.
the situation. Cool. So presumably this fight.
It is the whole area, the whole situation.
Same thing with the Unchaos, treating risky things as standard. So I'll roll a d6 for the damage. It's 2.
2. So it doesn't these don't drop like the other ones. That's not enough to wipe them, but they definitely look pretty hurt from that.
I mean, yeah. Asayan is going to. Again, I really want that heart from that harpy that I killed. So definitely going to dash forward and grab that, which does leave me out of that range for this thing. But hey, I've been doing fine. And then ready my bow at the one that's nearby us is still around, isn't it? It's not.
Yeah.
The one that just spat up blood.
Yes. And that harpy heart is a D10 occult resource.
Yeah, and I will go to aim at the the one that's still up here with us.
Okay. So yeah, roll your kill.
Just kill.
It's going to be risky.
Hold on. So drop highest result, use second highest result. So that's a 2.
Okay. That is a failure.
Yes. And because Extinction Bow is tiring, the size of its stress dice decreases by 1 for the remainder of the situation. So I'm back down to D10.
So I'm gonna say your bow, you miss with the bow, and the harpy comes down and
God damn it.
swipes you for 7 blood stress.
Ow. 3.
Right. I can do something about that.
I mean, I am further away from you because I shot down the harpy.
Yeah.
What do you mean? You moved position? Oh, fuck's sake. Okay.
Don't worry about it.
Can I try and intercept the harpy's swoop, or is it too late to call that out?
I would say it's too late to call that out.
Fair enough.
No, I'm fine taking 3 blood stress. It's
Oh yeah, it gets reduced. You'll find it.
The party would.
It's 3. I haven't taken any yet.
I'll fix you later.
That's a 10. You're all right.
Yeah.
The party would know generally that my just Petal's body is a D6 mend item.
Okay.
You
Yeah,
yourself
also
are a
have
D6
Mend blood specifically.
Yeah.
I also have some bone charms and animal gut sutures, so I'm going to be spending blood as well.
Robert, do you have any ranged options, or are you kind of melee locked?
It's only melee, and I take damage. I can take damage options. Nothing
Cool.
ranged.
I'll deal with this then.
You can also try and hit the harpies as they're swooping down.
That's true.
I could do that. I could. You know what? Let's see how this goes. I want to see how the rolling of the weapon works, anyways. So, yeah, Bryn's gonna wait for a harpy to snoop in and smack it.
All right.
Smack it hard with its shield. With its shield.
Roll. I believe your shield is kill as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was the bonus on the dice still applying, or is it gone now?
Yes. Oh yeah. So, yeah. It's
okay.
All of them.
All right. Right. Where was it? Do I have to roll for the weapon force? Or
yes. You have to roll.
okay. Okay then.
So
I roll like ass tonight.
you whack this bird this harpy as it's swooping down with your shield, and it like kind of hits against your shield like someone being hit by a car going over the roof of the car. Like it flies over your shield and like knocks you in the head with its claws. You are going to take 2 blood stress.
2 blood stress.
Yeah.
Subtracted by 3.
So nothing.
I rolled a 1 on the die.
I take nothing.
That harpy's kind of pissed me off, not gonna lie. I'm gonna roll for Crucible, and that's a success. So I clear my Echo stress completely, and I roll with Mastery on my next roll, and I'm gonna try and fucking kill this thing. So, what exactly does roll with Mastery do?
You get to roll 4 die. 4 d10.
Excellent. Roll die. Yeah, that's 10.
All right.
Damn.
Cool. You 10.
Roll your damage.
Yeah. 6.
6. This harpy turns to dust and
Just
metal, scraps and metal clatter to the ground. And then we've got the 5 harpies overhead that are very clearly like from the beak.
very angry.
And
props.
I was wondering what you were grabbing.
I think they're each going to swoop down. So first, I'm going to roll on Red Thorn. That is hit. That'll be 4 blood stress for Red Thorn.
Cool.
Right.
And then we have 6 blood stress on whoa, forgot the names. Petal.
For the
6
record,
blood
those 2 are near Bryn.
Huh?
Those 2 are near Bryn, Robert.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Bryn, you can stop either one if you'd like. Or
well, let's see. Because Night Protector is once per situation. We're still in the same situation. Are we not? I mean, there's another thing that I can do, but
Wait,
I'll wait for my turn.
Sorry, my blood protection is +1 because of you, right, Robert?
If you're still,
I still am.
If Rethorn is still in arm's length of Bryn, then yes.
Yeah. So for me, that will be 1 stress on blood for you to roll.
And then one of the harpies misses Bryn.
Okay.
And then lastly, the other harpy misses. Let's say. So, Petal, what's your total stress at?
It was 5. It was 6 damage that was done to me, wasn't it? So with
Yeah.
1 protection, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that is 7 total.
7 total. Okay.
Oh dear.
11. You do
Yeah.
not take fallout. And then Redthorn, what's your stress at? 1. You're good. 6.
Nice. Okay. Right. I think Bryn would start bellowing an order. Well, as bellowing as a rather cowardly and someone not quite scrawny guy can to Petal. Right. Get behind me. Don't go away from the shield. We need to get to the other Elfir. Come on.
Well, they.
I'll protect you. Just stay with me. This is another thing that I can do with Get Behind Me. Once per situation, I can bellow an order and remove D4 blood or mind stress from a nearby ally.
Ooh,
And that's going to be on Petal.
yes, please.
Now I'm just going to have to roll the D4. One moment. You remove 3.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Nice. Actual good roll.
Yeah.
For once.
Bryn's making a comeback.
He's
Yeah.
made for this.
And just as a thing, yeah, anyone who's nearby Petal, so presumably me and Bryn, will be still treating risky rolls as standard. And also Red Thorn, yeah.
Okay.
If I wanted to use my Physicus bag, what that would just be like a mend roll, or is that like mend plus a domain?
Check. That will just be met.
Okay, I think you're better at healing yourself than I am at healing you, so I'll let you deal with that.
Sure.
I've got bigger birds to exsanguinate.
And these harpies are not looking super great.
Yeah. Is that my turn now? I've lost track slightly.
There's not.
It's not really sense. So as we are running towards the other Aelfir, how tightly clustered are the remaining harpies? Are there any like?
I'd say about like 4 of them are together.
I would like to. Presumably the swarm is still buzzing about them slightly, so
Yeah.
I'd like to continue the swarm to be released at them.
So many jokes to be made.
Bees.
Bees. That's a roll of a 9.
9, great.
Someone has any
And
cage emojis, now is the time to use them.
and that is a
That is
5
what?
on the d6. 5 on the d6.
You eviscerate these like 4 harpies, leaving a singular lone harpy by itself. And it's going to swoop down on you. And miss completely.
We got bow shots.
Well,
Finish this thing off. You deserve a kill. Go on, hit it with the bow. Get in range of the chaos first.
Petals on Silk is heading towards me. I will be heading back towards her, and then like have my hunting knife out, and as it sort of misses its attack, try and catch it before it goes away with just my knife.
For sure.
I don't want to making my bow rubbish, even though this is about more rubbish, even though this is about to end. So kill. That's a 10.
10.
Nice.
You roll and just don't roll a 1 and you're good.
Increase outgoing stress size. Does that up my knife to
Back up
10?
to 12. Or your knife, not your
Max 12, so.
Yeah.
That's a 3.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
that bird turns to dust and more scrap metal hits the ground.
Shiny.
If one of you guys wants the shiny, I don't care. I got
So-
the heart. I'm happy.
Each
metal.
piece of scrap metal is a D4 Haven resource.
Ooh.
I'll grab like 4 of those. They're shiny.
Yeah, I mean, there are what?
There are
How
9
many
total.
people are there? Yeah, so, I mean, I guess just between the party, we might as well grab them all.
Those red tendrils that started streaking across the ground are still there. And you see a glowing light begin approaching.
Nope. Run.
Run away!
Horror!
Exsanguinate.
If
Yeah, you can exsanguinate, yes.
hopefully if we're not here, it won't attack all the little. I don't want to call them cultists because they were nice to us.
What is religion but a cult?
But the implication of cult is very negative, which is a shame. But yeah, the little dead moon people. Hopefully, if we're not here, they won't get attacked. So
Yeah, hopefully whatever's chasing us will continue chasing us.
let's skedaddle.
So anyway, exsanguinate.
Exsanguinate.
Should I roll kill or
Roll.
Yeah.
Whilst you're doing that, I'm going to use my smoker to lay down a bit of a smoke screen, because it has the smoke and also debilitating, but mostly the smoke attribute, which is the same as obscuring whilst I'm using it, which
And the
means
smoke- Sorry, keep going.
the bearer, and so basically everybody, just our group, all incoming damage is reduced by 1 die step whilst we're covered by the smoke screen.
And I believe also for the purpose of like range attack and stuff, we are obscured,
Yes.
which isn't a problem for me because I don't need to see him. That was a 2 though, so that's not good.
You try and exsanguinate the angel, and you get what feels like feedback
Yep.
in your head. It's
Yeah,
just
right.
feeling just sharp, echoing screams. And you are going to let me double check his stress die.
Is it still technically the same situation?
Yes.
Oh, so it's increased.
Oh,
So then his stress die. Oh, it is increased. Yeah.
Who would have known that the backfire spell would have backfire on me?
You're going to take 7 echo.
That's only 6.
What's your
happened to me?
6.
6? Okay,
That's fine. That just means that I can use Crucible.
that was a 5.
Fallout time. Oh no, that's wiped my fucking. God damn it!
Wipe
I want the echoes.
the one player who actually wants stress.
Because then they can be good at things.
Because war never changes.
oh dear.
Well, give me the Fallout.
All right. Your vision swims as you perceive worlds other than your own layered on top of one another. Any action that you take that requires accurate judging of distance, jumping, shooting, running down a corridor becomes risky. And then once per session, you can ask, you can see something useful and ask me what it is. This is an ongoing Fallout.
Ooh.
Called Hex Eye.
Whilst you're within arm's reach of me with Unchaos, you can ignore the risky.
But that's ending at the situation. which isn't yet, but
True.
yeah,
But I can cast it again in the next situation.
that's true.
And I will, because we're in a dangerous, risky place. Ow!
Ooh,
Right,
you're
and
okay.
I think with you
Okay.
taking that, I sent that into the break room on accident. With you taking that stress, I think we're going to take a quick break.
Cool, excellent.
Just before we cheese it.
Jeez.
Before we go to full Monty Python and Holy Grail mode and just run.
For people she knows, she says hello by smiles and that whole body rocking music, getting quite excited. I know who that is. I know what to expect from that person. You know that Annie likes something by the way that she will look at it, she will move away, she will come back. Lots of this sideward head movement is often a sign that I'm actually quite happy, I'm quite relaxed, I do quite like it, but I will come back to it in my own time. If she really dislikes something, it's a definite throw it away, push it away, and she doesn't have that process of going backwards and forwards. If people were to see Annie out, the best way to say hello to her is to get down to her eye level and to wave and to have a nice sort of friendly smiley face.
Hello, my name's Jenny and this is Libby, and I am Libby's intervener, and that means that I help with Libby's communication. Yes, Libby likes going to the shop, to the chemist, and buying bath creams and smellies and shampoo. So if you see Libby and I out shopping, don't be afraid to say hello to Libby, because she'd really like that.
Hi Dan, it's Kim. What things make you happy? Travelling. Where have you been? I have been to America and some European countries. If someone saw us in the street, how would you like them to say hello to you
by deafblind manual on a hand.
Thank you for being a part of Sense and our work to create a world where no one is left out of life, no matter their disabilities. With the help of amazing people like you, Sense has expanded our support to over 30,000 people who are deaf, blind, or have complex disabilities, parents, carers, and siblings. That's 2,000 more than last year. Your generosity has enabled us to show 6,000 children and families new ways to communicate, connect, and play, and give 3,400 people a chance to escape loneliness and enjoy companionship and laughter. This year, too, 10,000 people loved getting stuck into our inclusive arts, sports, and well-being activities. In a Sense First, 1,000 families received vital assistance from our emergency cost of living grants. Through your enthusiasm and generosity, you raised £13 million to help more people get the support they need. And our shops received over 1 million bags of donated pre-loved items. Thank you to everyone who joined us to campaign for change. 80,000 of you signed our petition calling for greater financial support to disabled households during the cost of living crisis. Groundbreaking research has shown that there are 1.6 million people living with complex disabilities in the UK. Together, we can keep expanding our reach, ensuring that even more children and adults who are deaf-blind or who have complex disabilities can take part in life. Thank you. Find out more about the difference you're making. Send
For people she knows, she says hello by smiles and that whole body rocking music, getting quite excited. I know who that is. I know what to expect from that person. You know that Annie likes something by the way that she will look at it, she will move away, she will come back. Lots of this sideward head movement is often a sign that I'm actually quite happy, I'm quite relaxed, I do quite like it, but I will come back to it in my own time. If she really dislikes something, it's a definite throw it away, push it away, and she doesn't have that process of going backwards and forwards. If people were to see Annie out, the best way to say hello to her is to get down to her eye level and to wave and to have a nice sort of friendly smiley face.
back.
We're back.
We're back. Are we back? I think we're back.
Yeah,
There is a
there's
slight
the
delay.
delay
Yeah,
on
we're
the
back.
stream.
Okay,
We're back.
so where we left off, Red Thor, you just got a bunch of like mental feedback from trying to exsanguinate the angel, and now overlapping realities are like permeating your vision, making it hard to discern certain things for you. And the tendrils that are spreading across this road um, as the angel approaches begin to get thicker, and like these like open graves are being completely covered with these red tendrils,
Uh-oh.
and the like more and more are coming as you see the angel's figure hovering into the area, like hovering a quarter of an inch off the ground, just terrifying presence that would make like a pack of wild dogs, like feral dogs, cower. And
So we're
its
running.
eyesight is tracked directly on you.
Oh, of course. The smoke.
Smoke.
Run.
Yeah,
Right.
Run
smoke-
away.
Aseon is gonna like grab Redthorn to help them run, so like they don't
Very kind,
need
thank
to
you.
see.
Redthorn's eyes are just completely unfocused, like
Yeah,
like
and,
they're so unfocused, you know, pointing the
Aseon
wrong
knows
ways.
that look.
like one of those best boys that
Yep.
has
You ever seen a chihuahua like that?
that.
Hmm.
Yeah, so y'all are looking out with the smoke. It makes you obscured. Having Redthorn having paid the tithe, this chapel is not moving away from you. Therefore, you can go around it to find the exit.
Woo.
Does the chapel seem to be moving away from the angel, or like
The temple, it looks like you can't quite tell, but to the other three, it looks like the temple started to move away, and then one of the tendrils like grabbed onto it and pulled it back.
Ooh, yikes!
Yeah.
Rude, honestly.
Yeah. Bryn
And
would whisper terrified. We're sorry, we're sorry, we're sorry, we're sorry, we're sorry, we're sorry.
you find just behind the temple, instead of another tunnel, there's just a hole in the ground, and what's in the hole is just a pitch black void.
I mean, we have to go down there no matter what.
Can
Into the
I
void.
It doesn't look too neat.
could I send some bees in with the many eyes to see if they can see anything if they enter the void?
You can. I'm going to say that this is a risky roll.
Okay, it's still up.
On chaos.
Yes,
in
it's still
item.
the same situation.
Yeah, cool. In that case,
So this
do
will
the
be
roll.
discern occult.
9.
9. So your bees go into the hole, and it feels like for a moment as they're like going through, feels like they're kind of jostled around, sort of like your brain in through the eyesight of the bees is like kind of swimming for a moment before they come out of an open hole. Like, so it's like they went down, but they still came up out of it on the other side into another tunnel.
Is there anything overtly dangerous visible in that tunnel?
I know it's the same. It's like a stretching tunnel with weird, like undulating flesh walls that you were in before the road.
Petal opens her eyes, goes, "Well, it's better than it's being here," and jumps in.
you jumping in, you have that like weird moment of your brain swimming, and then you like launch out of it with the same momentum that you had jumping into it.
Translation: speedy thing goes in,
Portals.
speedy things comes out.
Excellent. Jump. Probably expecting quite a short fall. It's not.
You all, and I assume the other two of you follow suit.
Oh, yeah.
And I assume like we're just bolting it down the corridor.
It's a shame that we don't have some short fall boots.
Well, let's say the Queen Stealth is complete, and you are now on tier 3.
Woo.
I mean, like we're still being chased by the angel, right?
Yes. You can see, like, as you get further down this hall, you can see these tendrils start to make their way out of the hole.
I'm gonna, like, now that I've kind of sensed once before how the heart works and how these tunnels kind of feel, can I try and compel it to do something it wants to do and have it close up behind us and chase us? I want the tunnel itself to like start backfilling and chasing us along, so that it's blocking the passageway for the angel, but it's also, because the heart wants to kill us, kind of leading just far enough into what it wants to do to allow it.
Okay. Make a standard compel a cold roll.
Compel it doesn't really matter if it's compel a cold, compel cursed. I've got both.
Same.
10. Hell yeah.
Okay. So as you're running, the wall behind where this hole is, and you see the red tendrils start to like creep out of this hole. But before before they can get further, the wall behind the hole starts to like twist and crack as large as like it forms. It's like tendrils of like loose like muscle form clawed hands coming out of the wall, digging into the ground and pulling this wall forward, scraping over the hole. And you see, like, just as the last little red tendril like flails out, trying to get a grasp to get away from the wall, like you are, but it's not enough, and it pulls over top of the tendril. But now the wall is like clawing towards you, and it's gaining speed as you see
Very much so.
a maw begin to open up in the wall.
And Red Thorn has got her eyes fully closed and is just letting herself be guided here. And just, I may have made things worse. Run, 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 run.
Oh my, tunnel walls. What big teeth you have.
Oopsie doopsie, crit success on the wall chasing us.
So, as this wall is chasing you, the tunnel opens up, and this tunnel opens up into like like what looks like a village of tents and lean-tos surrounding something dark in the center. But everything is like falling apart. All these tunnels, and there's like an air of like there's like something pulling these like barely constructed tents towards this dark center that you can't quite make out. And everyone's like, there are people standing on the outskirts, like not standing close enough to the wall, because you can see now, like as you enter this, the wall, the tunnel that was chasing you stops where it's just an enclosed circle now. Well, not an enclosed circle. There is the other side, but you can see that the maw is still there, and these claws are still like trying to pull itself forward, but it can't. And you see the same thing at other points of the wall, and these people are struggling to stay out of the reach of the walls, but not be pulled towards the center.
So,
And
so the
you can
center's like
hear
something
growling.
like a gravity thing.
Hmm?
The center's like a gravity thing, a bit like what you described for the water earlier.
No, this one feels different. It feels less like it's just gravity changing. This one feels like it's something sucking towards it.
Oh shit!
Very, I think, an accurate description would be Charybdis.
Yep, exactly my thoughts. Shit.
And you can hear like snarling.
Hmm. I would like to approach the nearest group of people and introduce myself and ask them what's going on in the center of the area.
You see like a family of humans, like two partners and what looks to be one of their parents with them. And one speaks up and she says, this is the mom.
The mall? I'm afraid I'm not familiar.
One of the worst places to be on this tier. And she points over, and you didn't quite notice them, but there are like at each at like 4 points around the circle, there are also like large obsidian obelisks that seem to be allowing, not stopping the like fall, but making it so that you can withstand it if you're just far enough away. If you stay outside of those, it won't get you.
Thank you for the advice. Do you know what the fastest route to escape from here might be? We're looking to return to, at the very least, a less deep level of the heart.
Well, there's the doors here open and close. It's hard to catch them in time, but there's one that just opened, and she points directly across from where you came from.
Thank you very much.
Just be careful and get there before it closes too.
Thank you. I think we'd better get going. Come on, everyone. Let's
As we head on over, I'm gonna try and use my medic supplies to just kind of bandage myself up a little, just to kind of mend the little bit of stress I've taken in blood.
Yeah, who else has got blood stress? Because I would like, as we're moving, to get my bees to remove blood stress from.
I'll let you deal with the people who actually need proper healing. I've only taken the one, so.
What blood stress does everyone have currently?
I've got some, so.
So I guess I'll cast on Asteron first. So my body, through the bees, functions as a mend blood and mind D6 item. What role would that be in particular? Is that just mend roll?
That would just be a mend roll.
Okay, so I've got the skill there, so that's 2. Oh, they're both 2. Okay, that didn't work.
Uh-oh. SpaghettiOs.
So, in like trying to use your body as a means to heal the people around you, I think you end up you're in a place of great stress, having just ran from the the angel and then the wall. I think you begin to overexert yourself to the point where you're not helping. You're just hurting yourself, and you take 5 blood stress.
Ouch.
I got
What
one
is your
blood
stress level?
protection.
Oof.
It is an 8.
8.
Oh my god.
That is an 8. All right. Let's see. So you get a. Let's see. I believe 8 is major
Well,
fallout.
If you're within arm's reach of Grin, then you have a +1 to your blood protection. Does that help at all?
I think I might already have been. No, I'm not factoring that in.
I would
Actually.
reduce it to 7, and you would not take fallout.
Actually, I think retrospectively, I might have added one more blood stress than I should have earlier.
Okay.
So my total stress is either 6 or 7. I'm happy to leave it GM's choice.
Let's go 7.
Whether
Just
we- Sure, just to avoid the retcon. Yeah.
But you don't take fallout 2 with me.
Phew.
That would have been a major fallout.
No, thank you.
Well, clearly that didn't go well. Never mind. I'm going to try and patch up Petals best I can.
Thank you.
Which isn't going to be great because I don't actually have skill in mend. You've let the crazy hyena mend you.
This is.
Okay.
I will also say this will be a risky roll, and it is a different situation.
In that case, can I cast Unchaos and extend the reduce risky? I mean, I don't have to if you don't want to, but
I mean, it's a
If you'd
minimum
rather
of 1
take a
die
risky roll.
anyway.
Oh, it is a
risk
minimum of
doesn't
1 die.
change
It
anything.
doesn't change anything.
And I rolled a 9, so we're
So
good.
yeah, we're good.
Okay.
2
2 stress.
jail for you for 1,000 years.
I will
That's the
take
die that rolled
you.
a 1 earlier.
As we are moving though, so I've got bone charms and animal gut sutures. So Aseon is just gonna, like, as we're moving, like, patch up their arm where they took some damage.
All right.
Is this risky?
No, I don't think it's going to be
It's
risky.
Okay.
Well,
was it
the
specifically
character
risky
knows
because
what they're
of
doing to get risky on medicine.
weapons?
Yeah, I can
And
just
Unchaos can mitigate that even if it was.
yes. 9.
9. You roll your healing.
3. Yay. That's taking me down to 1 stress.
We're also as you start circling the maw, I am going to ask for an evade or a sneak roll.
I don't have skills in any of
I
those.
don't have
Any
either of
domains?
those.
Any domains?
Any domains? Let me look at the domains of the maw. Cursed and desolate.
Yay, I can
That's
at least do
honest.
those.
Can I choose
Yeah.
to take the worst one? Because I think mathematically it works out better if I take a no dice added roll at risky rather than a, because I have risky from my minor fallout, right?
Yeah, you do.
But I've done the Unchaos, so
Chaos.
it's
if you're making
suspended.
chaos, then yes, I will gladly take the unchaos. 7.
7. Okay. 6. What did Bryn and Aseon get?
10.
10.
No.
10. Okay.
I get a 10
Okay.
as well.
So both Petal and Red Thorn, you are going to take some stress. This is going to be. I'm gonna do some supply stress.
There we
Oh,
go.
did we lose?
Hannah exploded.
Oh,
Temporary.
We're back.
let me
Good.
do it.
So this, both of you are going to take some supply stress as some things, some of the items that you have on you, namely like a couple of the metal scraps that you grab are sucked into the center of the.
Ooh, my metal scrap.
So, who was it taking that, sorry?
Petal and Redthorn, you're both going to take 4 supply stress.
4? Ow. It's real bad.
And
I don't love it.
what are your total stresses at?
4.
9.
9. Okay, so
Wait, total across everything?
yeah, total.
Oh, 5 then.
Yeah.
5. Okay. So
Oh,
Redthorn,
here we come.
that was an 8. Petal, that was a 3. It's a minor fallout.
Yeah.
So you are getting a minor supply fallout.
I'm going to choose to take that stress in Echo, which doesn't change the result of that roll, but for me it's
Yeah.
because I have in the blood.
Same.
So let's see what items you have.
I have a couple of those metal bits. I've got, I picked up a Heart's Bloom Rose from the very first setting, and I've got, from my background, I've got another Heart's Bloom Rose that's in a glass jar.
Your
I've got
smoker
high
is
full
going to
smoker.
be your smoker is going to be damaged.
Oh no!
You cannot use it until you take the time and resources to repair it.
How long would that take?
So that would have to be if, like, when you make it to another haunt. You could make a mend roll, and I will drop that in game chat. I'll put the right one this time. So you have taken that fallout, and you can clear all supply stress. But you won't safely make it around the mall without getting pulled in. And you find your exit. Going down the hall, you see the ground doesn't split, but there's like, you see a line going down the middle of this hall. As of right now, you're not noticing anything with it, but there's this line going down the center of the hall. For this, I am going to ask marching order, and then if you're on a like specific side of the hall.
I'm going to be at the back. Asayon is going to be right at the back.
Petals should be in the middle.
Yeah.
I'll take the front.
Makes
First
sense.
person in.
I'll be like third along the line.
So Bryn, Petal, Redthorn, Asayon.
Right.
We all gonna? Any of us gonna be on a particular? We should.
Are you
all,
just walking down the center of the hall?
My gut says we should pick a side of the hall and stay on that side.
Redthorn thinks that the middle of the hall is fun, and putting one foot on either side of the line is funky. Redthorn is taking the actively riskier option because Redthorn is stupid.
Yeah, I don't.
Honestly, just like the. Oh, sorry. Go on, Hannah.
I feel like Petal is probably slightly afraid of the walls, and so would probably be doing her best to get away from the walls and might be in the middle.
I feel like a Asaeon then has got to be in the middle as well. Just like I've got to just mimic what the people in front of me are doing. If we're
Mm.
if we're going down, we're going down together.
Damn
Alright.
right we are.
Yeah,
We're trying to go
Rolling
up, not
timber.
down.
So with Bryn, you being in front, you see it first.
Okay.
This line, as it goes deeper into the hall, you see it's barely perceptible. You see a line, just like the line that you're walking along, begin to like shoot up to the ceiling as in like a wave, and it's like getting closer to where you are. You have time to act before it gets to you.
Yeah.
Oh.
Bryn would probably say, I don't think that line's supposed to be coming this way. Or moving.
That's a danger line.
It's all moving. It's all moving. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do?
Pick a side.
Get out of the way!
So,
Go left.
Nothing's
Red
right in
Thorn's
this
dodging
hall,
to the
so we
left.
have to go left. But left is all not
Actually,
right.
no, I
Right's all
moved
right.
to the right. Red Thorn's dodging to the right.
Right. Okay.
Nothing's right,
My
so I
right.
go left.
Does Red Thorn go left and then right, or just straight to the right?
No, I said left, but I realized that I instinctively dodged right, so I'm going to go with what my instinct was. I'm dodging right.
Okay.
Asaeon will just
I'm gonna
Red Thorn's in front of them, so it's follow what Red Thorn does.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are both of you two also going to
yeah.
Sorry?
Bryn
the
already
or
gave
both
his
Puddle
right.
and Bryn to the right?
I think you said Bryn was going to the left.
Yeah, he gave a rant of
Puddle
basically
would have.
nothing's right, so it's all left. He goes left.
Puzzle follows Bryn to the left.
Split per party.
Please don't split.
So the
Oops.
as you step to the sides, and the line goes like up, waves past you up to the ceiling, and nothing seems to have happened.
I don't like that.
Hmm.
Nothing
Reaches
Can I
out
try
seems to have
sending a
happened.
bee?
Reachy?
You reach out and
Can I-
you feel a wall.
Yep.
That
Yeah. Bad.
you
Does it feel like
bees cross it.
stretched, kind of like tendony?
it feels like when you like put your. Do you know what gulak is? Like a liquid that's solid, or like
Yeah.
something that's solid and then liquid when you're touching it.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can't grab on it.
Yeah. A
Yeah.
non-Newtonian fluid. Yeah, it gets stiffer as you apply pressure.
Okay, physics lady.
I was on
With your
the
fancy
internet
science
in like
words.
2008. I know what a non-Newtonian
fair enough.
fluid is.
Yeah, so
I
there
watched
it's like
Brainiac as a kid. Sue me.
a non-Newtonian wall between an invisible non-Newtonian.
Oh.
Okay, but you just said it's non-Newtonian. I'm going to try and just slowly walk through it.
Okay.
Just like making my way.
Just do a dune. It's the slow blade that penetrates the shield.
That's
All right, make
not
me. Let's see, what kind of check do I want this to be? I think this is either a delve, endure, or evade.
Oh,
Remember, you have delve from our.
that was only for that delve. We're on a different delve now.
Are we on a different delve now?
Different
we are.
situation.
Um,
Situation.
I'm rolling with nothing.
and then for domain,
Domain.
this is Warren. I would say also cursed.
Yay!
And-
I guess I can die.
Yeah, Warren.
Oh, lovely. Well, I've
Asaeon
avoided
will
the
be
natural one. So that's a
holding
3.
on.
3. You're walking, trying to walk through this very slowly, and it feels just like you're walking into Saran Wrap. That's like not breaking. It's just kind of like stretching across you. And I'm going to say this is stress with fortune, because you could not. I feel like you just got unlucky with that roll.
What?
I say,
I also do the really
pull
stupid
the
thing.
phone back. Just please, just
One stress.
One fortune stress.
So you're gonna have to roll because I have no resistance.
Okay, what's the roll?
5
What's the number? 5. Okay.
is
That is a 5.
oh shit.
So this is a minor fortune fallout.
Hmm.
Well,
Well, at least we cleared it.
Alright.
Get it.
Let's see.
I couldn't negate that with a skill that says when you cast this, you remove 1d4 fortune stress from party members, could I? It's not that.
No, because it like I get it and it immediately goes away because I got fallout.
But just in terms of like not being able to like intercept the incoming fortune stress kind of thing.
So the fortune fallout that you're getting kind of already. You think you hear something, but when you turn to tell your allies, they're gone. You'll have to track them down or hope they'll find you. You're separate.
Oh, so I'm double split from the party.
Oh no!
What? How? What?
You try to push yourself.
I just get engulfed in the saran wrap.
What happened?
Lost in the sauce.
It's like you try to push yourself through, and it doesn't work, and you turn around, and there's like
I just burrito myself in the saran wrap.
when you turn around, you notice that where like between you and I believe Aseon was with you.
Mhm.
Like the space between both of you, instead of being there and the hall continuing, it curves, and like you're in now a tight tunnel with just you.
I'm on my own. I'm on my own as well now.
Does someone want to do anything before I do another stupid thing? I've got a plan.
Yeah, does anyone else have anything that they want to do?
Yes.
Please attempt something.
Seeing as poor Red Thorn has just suddenly gone missing.
Suddenly is a bit of a big word. I walked into his flesh.
And it just vanished, apparently. I'm wondering, can I basically use my hunt skill to find them?
Damn right.
Yeah.
I believe hunting is to do with like obviously tracking and things like that. It's just not necessarily to kill them.
This is not the first time this has happened, I can guarantee it.
I'm imagining that's something that's just been on the journey down. Like Red Thorn used to wander off all the time, and Aseon just got used to finding them.
All the time.
Yeah. You absolutely can. Yours, like you also in a similar way have that like curve down where the space was between. It's like just two parallel tunnels kind of now. Both Petal and Bryn, you basically watched as Red Thorn is trying to push through. You watch as a new wall is formed between the two of them, and like the two halls are created.
So we can still see both of them, or
you can still see both of them. Yeah, they can't see each other, and they can't get to each other.
There's one wall between us.
Is sound being transmitted across the barrier?
You're not hearing sound, no.
Okay, lovely. What is there a domain that I can apply to this role as well?
This would be Warren for sure.
Damn. No extra.
Warren, and I would say cursed.
Oh, I can use cursed then.
Did we all grab cursed?
Yeah, of course.
I mean, it's actually hard for spaces. 8. Yes. So, having done this before, You go deeper into this like small hall.
If anyone's around, I say I'm just.
Redthorn, are you staying put, or are you just wandering?
Now, see, I feel I have to stick to my original plan here, which is Redthorn's going to close her eyes and book it, and I'm going to try and I'm gonna try and will the heart to take me back to them.
Okay.
I want to do the whole compel thing again, but just by booking it. That was my original plan.
So this is gonna take 2 rolls. I'm going to need a dangerous evade roll, because you're not only are you like is your vision kind of screwed up, you closed your eyes, so now you can't see at all.
Good point. I keep thinking that this thing makes me like completely like everything's spinning. No, I can still see okay. Can I retract the closing my eyes part?
Yeah, you
I'm
can.
still booking it into a random direction in the heart.
I'm gonna need a risky evade curse roll, and then a risky compel curse.
So dangerous or risky, same result. It changes nothing. I'm just as bad at all of them. That's a 4.
I probably can't
roll.
claim that the unchaos within arm's reach thing still applies, can I?
You cannot.
And then risky compel cast?
Yes.
That's still a 9. I rolled 2 of those.
Okay. So for your running,
and you're looking for me.
So okay.
I reckon
Here's
we're
what's
just
gonna
being
happen.
saved by the fact that I'm by the hunt roll here. Like that's not.
If the DM had asked if I was going anywhere, I wouldn't have said anything. I'd have let you find me.
I'm going to resolve the evade before we get to the hunt. So you're booking it down this hall. Petal and Bryn, you watched Red Thorn just turn and run. And
not again.
You get pretty deep into the art, and then you trip over a red tendril.
Oh shit!
Like it sort of retracts itself after you trip over it, but you are like face planting onto the ground and taking 3 blood damage, 3 blood stress.
So that's 1.
What's your stress at?
Again.
Okay. That was cocked. That's a 9. You're good.
Yay.
And then, but you did roll a 9 on your compel.
I did.
And
I started right in front of the others.
Aseon like rolled pretty well with the hunt. So like you're not led back to the other 2, and you have ended up deeper in the heart and further away from them, but Aseon is able to make it to you.
Yay, friend.
Like you're tracking Redthorn, and eventually like a doorway opens up in this like fleshy wall, like the tendrils sort of pulling apart, and you see Redthorn face down on the ground.
What? I'm just I don't know why. I'm just imagining them in the Family Guy death pose. Just gonna nudge them with his foot.
Yeah. I'm fine. I'm great. I'm cool.
Stop wandering.
I'll do my best.
Someone's so fed up with this.
Me and Bryn would have to see in which way that they booked it, right? So we could sort of follow.
Yeah, you could totally follow Redthorn.
Deeper in, kind of. They went the way that you can't go.
Oh shit.
Oh, so like back.
So
backwards, or
you were parallel, and then theirs sort of went like that. So it's now like a T. So they went into the.
Trying to think of a way to get through the.
Is this
So, like, the two halves of the corridor have diverged.
Yeah.
Is what you're saying? Okay.
You know what? I can probably do something smarter. Let's go back to the wall, the transparent thing.
No.
I'm not gonna walk through it this time. I have a better plan. Magic.
Okay.
So, gonna go back to the wall. And I don't know if this is technically a delve, but I'm going to pop Ascendancy with Bypass, and instead of getting the boon to delve, trying to just...
Okay.
Would I be able to attempt that?
Yeah, I'll let you attempt that. With make me a compel with cursed roll.
Sure. I mean, Compel Curse, Compel Assault are both the same to me anyway, so... 7!
7. Yeah, I'm not gonna make you take stress for that because it's your ability that you're interested in. So the like transparent wall, you can see like a thin line appear, and then it like pulls up like curtains opening.
Your door, sir.
I'm gonna shove you through first. But like holding on to the to Redthorn's fur, like it's not. Do
Just
not.
Yeah.
You can, as you both step through, the sound of a heartbeat is getting louder in your heads.
We should probably run.
I think we should continue.
Why are we staying here?
I'm gonna chuck a couple pieces of scrap metal back through the opening, and we're gonna go not to that way. Distraction.
Okay. Are you going? You're going the way that you were originally heading. The four.
Yes.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
As you are marching on, you pedal, and you get that get a sense of familiarity as you can smell sort of like fresh rain.
Like the
And
clearing.
it gets colder as you're walking down this hall, and eventually you come to what was one of the 3 paths that you almost crossed, a large pool of water.
Huh.
As you approach, it feels like gravity is shifting to go down, almost as if you could walk on the wall that is in the water.
How many exits are there from this space?
Say it again.
How many exits are there from this space? Sorry.
There's one across from you and 2 and like one on either side.
Could
And then
I do my... Sorry, guys.
then there's the water.
Could I do my... what's this? 3 ways to go with us being unclear on what's there.
Bees.
And a sudden introduction of bees ought to fix that. It's many eyes time. Yeah, I think it's many eyes time. So
Right.
the bees are gonna go have a look. So that's 2, 3. That's a 9.
9? Okay. You going down the hallway that's across from you. like the other end, it goes deeper into the like you don't think like you think it's going further down.
So not that way.
The one on the left, it is crossing and it goes you the place that like it takes you is not a it's not like a landmark like the Grove or the mall that you came across, but it's more open, like a tunnel. And the instead of having like the flesh like walls around you now, it's like hard. It's still got that like appearance of like I hate this. I'm hating that I'm using this descriptor, but it's almost like jerky, like dried meat that is like
Mhm.
the what
Mm.
is making up this like tunnel, and you can see like weird stalactites and pillars, uh, and there's like you can make out writing on the walls. You can't really read it, but you are able to make out like there's some writing. Um, the other way,
Can I see?
Hmm?
It's possible to make out what script or language that the writing is in.
uh, make me yeah. You don't need to roll. It's in common. Or actually, you notice that there's a couple of different languages. It's not all the same language. It's not the same handwriting.
Mhm.
Um, and then the other way, you come to what looks like forest. This is different than the one with the swaying trees. This looks like an actual forest. Just like the grove, the um, fleshy ground is replaced with grass, and there are trees, um, but it's foggy, and there you can hear like howling.
Can I get what kind of sense? Any kind of sense of what is happening? Or
Uh, definitely, like you can tell, like it's some kind of wolf-like creature.
be afraid?
So those are your 3 paths, and you have I don't know if you're sending bees into the water, but
I feel like
I
they
think
won't be able to make it through the water.
I might send these to get as close to the water as they can, and then see. Maybe try one moving in
so
at least, and see what they can see.
as the bees like get close to the water, there's that little space where the ground like goes down before the water meets it. So there's like a small area, and you watch as they go over there and they fall to like that to the wall, like onto the wall almost as if that's where gravity is pushing them to.
So is the water? Is there like a current moving, as if it's like flowing towards the
No, it's
wall?
still it's like a still pool.
So like
So the
from the
bees
perspective
can't make it
of
to the
gravity,
water.
They can go into the water. It's just like gravity like shifts, so they're no longer flying parallel with it. They're now like
so like from the perspective of how the gravity is working, the water's like vertical.
yeah.
Whoa,
Hmm.
it's fucky.
But
I think maybe I would have.
if you're sending a single bee into the water, you can't.
Yeah, curious what happens.
The bee goes into the water and it's freezing cold. But there's like the bee's not having trouble flying, it's not having trouble breathing. Um, and since you're looking through the sense of this bee, you feel like an oppressive not the oppressive feeling of when you were in the heart and like I have to get out of here. It's just like it's heavy, and I'm breathing, but it's hard. It's hard to breathe, almost like there's just enough oxygen to where it's not an issue. Like it's not unsafe, but it's still uncomfortable. But for you, but there's a sense of familiarity with it.
Can I tell where it's familiar from, or
Make me. This one doesn't come at risk of any stress, but make me a discern roll.
okay? Any particular
discern religion.
discern religion? Ooh, I've got a religion supply, haven't I? I've got the incense burner that is D8 resource religion taboo. How do resource? Do I just?
So you add
How
that
does
on.
that actually work with resource? Right. What? And did you say there was a? No, yeah, okay.
Let me double check.
I don't think I need
Giving you
to.
incorrect.
I rolled a 10 base anyway.
So yeah, this is a high elf afterlife.
Oh,
Like you've come across, it's called the Slumbering Death.
the slumbering death.
It is one of many places. Like most, you can reach afterlives in the city beneath, and they move, they wander. That's why you're able to come across. There's some tunnels shift, but most places stay on like specific tiers. The afterlives, and there are other places like it, called fractures, that move, and they're sort of an entrance to a different dimension, being an afterlife.
So potentially, could we find another exit to the afterlife that's on a higher tier?
It is there's potential, yes.
Is there also potential of being stuck in the afterlife? Functionally
Yes.
dead?
There's a risk.
Maybe let's yeah.
So our options are High Elf Afterlife, Jerky Wall, Forest, and then there's the one that seems to go back down. So we've already kind of ruled out that one.
Would I get the sense that if I tried to do the shut off worst option thing, would I get the sense that the heart would resist that too much, that it wants to kill us too badly, that I wouldn't be able to even succeed that?
Yeah, you're getting that sense that you're too far out now. It's like you're too close to. You're on a different tier, so it's not going to let you get away.
Yeah.
If it can happen.
Would I be able to shut off one of the middle options potentially? So the worst one is still an option, the best one is still an option. Let's see if we can narrow down make it I don't even know if that's a good idea. It's probably not a good idea. It's just increasing our chance of getting a bad one.
I would say it would be a dangerous compel occult roll.
I'm not going to risk it then.
Once per situation, I can reduce a dangerous roll to standard.
Although I don't even know if it's worth it in this case, because it's we're increasing the chance of getting the best one, but we're also increasing the chance of getting the worst one. All right. Last time I tried to mess with the high, went great. So I'm not going to do that. I think we just kind of pick which one seems less deadly.
I think the forest might be a good shout.
Yeah, picking a place with trees didn't go badly last time.
This isn't the same place with trees that was at the
No.
last junction.
The last trees were like swaying, and they weren't really true.
Okay, bad. Okay, yeah. I mean, yeah. Why not?
Yeah.
Somewhere for the bees to live.
They might find some pollen to eat. No.
You're able to go. You go around into the track, the path that leads you to the forest, and there's fog everywhere, and the wind is blowing, and you can hear there like animals and creatures in this with you. You're not alone here, and unlike with the grove, these are not ones that like they're wild animals. They're overwhelmingly neutral to where it could like put you in danger. So it's like something to be careful of as you go.
Could I potentially use my? Actually, could I ask maybe Petals for some healing, just to kind of, or like heal the others first, because I think they're, and yourself first. That's probably a higher priority.
Who's got blood or mind stress?
You.
I've got one.
Yes, I do have blood. I do have 5 blood stress, so I'm going to try. I'm going to try healing me.
Can I try and heal myself in the meantime then?
I'm gonna. What was the?
I'm so sorry, I keep yawning.
And there's not. So that's a 9 on the roll.
Okay. Yeah. So you're able to roll your mend die.
Which will be D6. 2.
So reduce your.
Good to you. What awful things happened to me? I rolled a 2.
Oh, for your attempting to.
Oh yes.
Uh-oh.
And this probably should have also been a risky roll.
It would have changed nothing because you can't get below 1.
Yeah.
Also on chaos.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So you're seeing other dimensions.
Oh right, yeah. Depth perception just.
So it kind of makes performing medical care on yourself very difficult, and you aren't going to take 2 blood damage. 2 blood.
Just going to sew your arm
That's
up.
fine. That doesn't actually increase anything. I'm so tanky.
So you're not taking any stress?
No, I've got 2 blood protection.
Great.
Oh, that's lucky.
I can just stab myself.
You all watch as Redthorn like jabs like a needle into her arm and does nothing.
I don't bleed because I only bleed if I want to.
The needle is just sticking out of.
I'm not going to bother taking it out. It can stay there. It looks cool.
It's my party, and I'll bleed if I want to.
Yeah. I really am Johnny Medical Malpractice this Tablethon.
You know what?
You've
I
already
think,
done some malpractice.
how much blood stress is? How much blood stress is Redthorn on?
2. It's just because like I want to take Echo Stress, and if I can avoid getting murked for that, if you can spare the healing, I'll take it. But
yeah, I think we're going to insist.
I will say you are taking the time to like sit down and do this, so this can be like.
I'd also like to.
The afterlife room seems relatively safe. So
I imagine while they're doing this, Aseon is just keeping an eye out for animals. So
7. Wait, no,
8.
8.
8.
You can't read.
Yeah.
Um,
8 on. So is that
8
success?
is success. Complete. Yeah. Let me check.
Woo.
8 is
And
success. So you don't take any stress. Roll your.
I would like to take the option to mark a D4 stress of blood to me, which is a 2, so I take none total. And it's now a D8 of blood stress removed. 2.
Yay!
Uh,
So, what does your healing look like? Because it's coming from your bees.
Yeah, so the exact text is some of the bees inside you develop a sting that soothes the mind when injected, as well as being an addictive narcotic. Your body functions as a mind D6 item, blah blah blah. And there's a sub ability of that, which is Blessed Toxin. Your body now functions as a men's blood D6 item as well. So effectively, it's
You're
the bees
giving me
are
more.
making helpful stings.
The bees give you morphine.
Do I need to roll something here?
yeah.
Isn't it? There are
Thank
some.
you.
There are
I've
some
suffered enough.
medicines, isn't it, that are derived from like bee venom, and that's why if you're allergic to bee stings, like that has to be noted when you're in the hospitals,
That's
so
fun.
that they don't give you
Yeah.
medication that uses bee toxin
That's really fun.
because you have an allergic reaction to it.
Knowledge, science. Stay in school, kids.
Other fun interactions. If you have hay fever, it can also make you allergic to some fruits.
Oh, that makes sense.
And I know this because my favorite fruits are all the ones I am mildly allergic to.
Spicy fruits.
Onwards.
Does not stop me eating them.
Just noticed in the chat, Ben said they give you more bean.
Yeah.
More bean.
This is supposed to be scary.
Like, both of the horror games at midnight have been really funny.
Yeah.
There's got to be a little humor in horror for every now and again. This year's Tablethon is sponsored by Medical Malpractice. Whatever you donate, Dr. House will match.
Okay, we have time constraints. We're going to get yelled at. We need to actually finish the session.
Yeah.
So there,
I want to roll
tier are
something
we at
with
right
my
now?
go.
you're
Three.
still on tier 3.
Okay.
We've got.
I want to roll to mend my smoker.
Okay.
So that would just presumably not a domain for that, just a mend roll.
Just a minute.
Men and technology.
I don't have the tech
Yes,
domain.
you've been able to fix you're able to fix the smoker. We're going to start to delve with a stress of 6.
I
Do
think
we want to see if I can cheese this
I can only do Wild Hunt once, like a
session?
session, but I'm not
That's.
100% sure.
I mean,
We can
that was
check.
it was a good one to do it in. So don't feel bad about having used
Yeah,
it.
no, because it says if you fail the check, you can try again later this session. So that
Okay.
kind of implies it's a once.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
pop ascendancy then, I guess, and see if I can just cheese this with a lucky roll on the d6.
Well, you could do that,
Sure.
or you could keep it. I have Vermisian Plate, which would allow me to inflict stress on the delve. Although I only have a D6 resource for technology to do that.
I rolled a 10 on my the
Oh, nice.
making ascendancy haven't roll. So
Okay.
once again, everything starts to get slightly weird. Like, because we're in a forest, I imagine like a really thick fog rolls in, and if you like in the corners of your eyes, there's like little kind of circles and runes, and when you look at them, they're not there. That's how the area becomes occult in nature. That's a 3 on the boon die. So stress is reduced by 3.
So the stress of the stealth is 3.
Yeah.
Nice.
You're standing in a forest, a very large, foggy forest.
Very large foggy forest where the trees seem to be kind of like making pathways. Like they're not moving, but they're also there's a pathway.
Yeah.
Figure out how that works. It's magic.
All you have to do is navigate through this forest.
Let's go.
Is there anything anyone else wanted to do while you were in the forest?
Well,
Have I popped on chaos yet?
Yes, you.
Cool. Couldn't remember. Yeah, I can't think of anything else that I want to do.
you know what?
Appropriate.
I'll
Is there
try.
any actions that y'all want to take to inflict stress on the delve?
I don't think there's anything
I don't think I've got any relevant ones.
I did mine.
Escort. I have something that inflicts stress on the delve.
I mean,
Well,
if it's like a one-time use thing, but it's probably not worth it to use it right now.
I was thinking indeed to leave it for tier 2.
Oh
You could
yeah,
also-
no. I think wait for that. I think we can just do some mundane rolls and get through this bit.
Yeah, you could use mundane
Yeah.
rolls if you were trying to navigate through the forest. Would be, you could
Yeah.
do something like that. There's
I assume that yeah.
I've got some things.
Yeah, I thought you might be good at hunt or like tracking or whatever.
So I have a. To be fair, it's called a freshly harvested heart. It is probably not freshly harvested anymore because it's been a while. But hey,
yeah.
That gives me wild domain. If I use the red feast to eat it, I've already got the wild domain. So could I use that to give me the knack of like navigating the woods and then?
Yep.
Nice.
That's dope.
Yeah, so there's just a pause. Azael pulls out a heart and just eats it.
Brain
It's like
steps to the
Burger
side of
pulling out a
vomit.
cheese wheel and scarfing it down in mid-fight.
But just way more unsettling, I suppose.
I knew you'd come around.
That probably has to. Obviously, I consume that resource, so it's gone.
You do
now.
consume the resource.
Yeah.
Very much.
Literally.
It's not in a stressful situation, so we're all right there. Yes. What should I roll to navigate?
So this would be a hunt wild, and you can use
Hunt wild
left.
and ha 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 ha. I'm expecting this to be an amazing roll now. 10.
Woo!
This is beautiful.
Yeah, you roll me a d8.
D8. 5.
Yeah. So with Red Thorn's ascendancy, letting the trees sort of not move, but open up a little bit, showing you the path. Seon, you're able to take the lead and do your job as the guide, guiding you all through the forest, and then you eventually you come to the edge of the forest, which opens up.
I'm just imagining he's doing this while snacking on the heart.
Taking a bite every few steps. It's his trail mix.
Like it's an apple.
Like a mad day.
The forest, you reach the edge of the forest, and the ground begins going up, and you are able to enter tier 2.
Woo.
Tier 2.
Oh no, my protection is lower.
Oh no.
Lord.
I literally took that knowing that we were going to obviously start at tier 4, and it's just like, okay, yeah, brilliant. So I'll be more protected at the start of the session.
This is the last tier that you really have to worry about.
But of course,
tier 1 is not the safest, but once you've made it out of tier 2, you made it to you can get to safety.
I'm gonna ping exsanguinate on the angel and see if it targets anything or not.
Not again.
No, because this is my method of seeing how close it is to us.
That's
Okay.
clever, actually.
It's within range.
Well, I mean, still, that means I still have to roll.
Yeah.
Okay. Enjoy the migraine.
I certainly will. 2. Migraine time.
Ouch.
Oh no.
Migraine time. Migraine time.
That is 4 echo stress.
Cool. Reduced. I'm at 6 stress total. Please roll the thingy.
5.
Let me keep my echo stress.
Ow.
Can I elect to keep it?
No.
Fine.
The one person out there who's begging
I
to
have
be
one
stressed.
ability that scales off of echo stress. Everything else I built to get echo stress.
Let's see. All right. You throw up a handful of like writhing creatures, like writhing snakes and moths and like just bugs. You vomit up all of these creatures.
I thought that was Petal's thing.
Anyone that sees this and isn't prepared to see it, which I'm assuming is all 3 of you, take a D4 of mind stress.
D4 mind stress. Nice. Okay.
Very kind of you to not hit me with even.
One.
Do I take any mind stress from puking up unexpected bugs?
You do
Which
not.
means I did nothing.
Aw.
Yay.
2.
Any more stress?
Nothing to
Okay.
I took
nothing to
3.
lower it.
You took 3. What's your
My
stress at
total-
total?
6 total. I'm literally not allowed to have mind protection.
So that was a 7. You are safe.
Whew.
Um,
However,
Everyone,
Not
everyone's
allowed
good.
protection.
Okay.
you all. So yeah, you get that
Just coughing up
feedback
a hairball.
instead of seeing the different dimensions. You instead throw up bugs and like snakes.
Just with the protect. Asayon just glances. This. Okay.
I promise I won't do
This happens.
So this will be our last delve. All you have to do, delve of 10. Your goal right now, there is a haven, a city on tier 1 that you started at. That is where you all met.
So is the situation now starting?
Situation is starting.
now.
Yes.
Fantastic. I get rid of all my stress. That's why I'm not allowed mind protection, is because one of my core abilities from being a deep purist is at the beginning of each situation, I clear all mind stress. I can never benefit from mind protection, and I can't remove stress from mind any other way.
That's cool.
That is
Okay.
Also, the Angel's Curse, by the way. That's why I puked.
Sure is. Let's.
Actually,
Alright.
we're not going to do a delve. It's not going to be a situation starting, but it's not going to be a delve.
Okay.
You all are able. From here, you kind of know your way. The Heart's Grasp is not as strong on tier 2. It's not safe, and you all barely make it out. But you're just at the edge of tier 2 when the angel catches up.
Uh-oh.
That makes sense. End with the boss fight. It's Burns thing.
His unmaking claws stretch out, dragging across the ground as he slowly floats towards you. I'm letting you guys act first.
I'm going to shoot it with my bow.
Do you want me to pop Ascendancy first?
Yes, please.
Excellent. I'm going to do Ascendancy before the other thing I have, because that would be stupid. Yes, 7. Ascendancy. Right, big damage.
More
What do you
powerful.
reduce? You reduced by 7?
No, what? No. That was to make ascendancy happen. It's not. The stress reduction is only for delves. This isn't a delve. I am doing
I
ascendancy
got
for the blood calls for blood effect.
Yes. I'm there.
Everyone's weapons get more powerful.
I'm sure
Okay.
this won't backfire.
So
Um,
I've just rolled to pop on chaos. What happens if I crit success that? Does anything actually happen?
I don't think it does.
Yeah,
Any-
nothing's
No,
written. Like it
yeah,
doesn't really do damage per se.
If crit successes change things, I've had so many crit successes on ascendancy.
Of course, yeah, to balance out all those twos.
Unless it specifies.
Hmm.
No, it doesn't like have any mechanical effect of like do damage or whatever.
So Unchaos and Ascendancy are up. Seon, you're shooting this guy.
Yes. So kill. What's the domain?
There's no domain.
No. Okay. 7.
7. So okay.
I will take some stress, but
Yeah, you'll take stress, but you're able to hit. So go ahead and roll your stress. And 8. Okay. Let me make sure that I'm keeping track of his health. You shoot your extinction bow, doing like a good hefty amount of damage. You notice like it's reduced, like he doesn't take the full damage, but it's not as reduced as it would have been had he been on tier 4.
so similar.
Yeah. He's like you.
Bit
But
like
he's
me.
going to like you shoot him, and he's able to like jet forward and reach out and claw at you. Dealing. That's the wrong die because it was increased. 12 blood. No, 12. Equipment. 12. Blood stress. With the piercing tag.
Oh shit!
So that goes
that
goes
ignores
past.
ignores everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
So
ignores
you take
protection.
12.
That's very bad.
Okay. That's
I
gonna be
rolled-
an immediate fallout, won't it?
I did roll an 11, so that is going to be a major fallout.
Yay!
Hold on.
Major.
I have something for this.
Okay.
Hang on. Is this what kind of fallout is this? Is blood?
Blood.
Okay. I have a minor ability called Last Minute Intervention. Once per session, when an ally within arm's reach of you suffers blood fallout, immediately downgrade it by 1 step, or remove it if it's minor fallout. But since it's major, this goes to minor.
Minor.
Okay.
So, I clear blood stress, right? Because I'm taking a fallout.
Yes, you do.
Yes, clear blood.
Yes, you do. Yeah,
Okay,
clear.
so that's something at least. And then what is my minor blood fallout?
Let's see.
Sorry to make this less exciting.
This is not a great one to have. You're bleeding. At the end, well, it's actually not going. It's not going to affect this too much. At the end of each situation, while you have this ongoing fallout, you mark 1d4 blood stress.
Oh, okay, so not too bad.
Yeah, not too bad right now.
It definitely stacks.
Oh, it absolutely stacks.
So yeah, you are able to hit him, but he hits you back hard.
I'm fine.
What is everyone else doing?
Robert, do you want to go ahead before I do something?
Well, seeing that this attack went past the shield and still got a nasty hit on bloody hell, sorry, forgot name. Esayon. Bryn Bryn gets agitated. Absolutely so. And decides to just lift up its shield. It's like, I've had enough of you! And charges towards the angel. Try to strike it with its shield, but not a normal strike this time.
Okay.
As it charges, his plate hisses as Bryn puts his armor into overclock.
Oh.
But first I'll have to roll to kill, won't I?
Yeah, roll your kill.
All right then. Just kill. Just kill. Okay. 10. Oh, now we're doing overclock and puncture.
Okay.
So first, let me explain overclock. That one allows me to add the brutal tag on my attack,
Ooh.
which allows me to roll the damage die twice and take the highest value. I'll have to roll a d4 fortune for stress though, because
Okay.
I'm pushing my armor to its limit and frankly beyond it. With puncture though, I can add the piercing tag in addition to the brutal tag. So if I do this, I mark d6 stress to fortune after using the ability.
All right.
So,
God, you're just going all for it.
Yeah, we're going in.
Oh yeah.
We're going in for the kill.
Twitch comments just encouraging kill.
Which it doesn't
Angels.
exactly say which one to roll first, though. So, would you like me to roll the damage first?
Roll the damage, yes.
All right then. Was it an upgraded again?
Yes.
Upgraded. Excellent.
So it was
D8.
bumped up.
Oh yes.
It was bumped up by ascendancy, and then you crit, so it's bumped up one more time.
Oh, one more. D10 then. Okay.
Ooh.
So first
Neat.
D10.
Six.
Second D10.
Seven.
7.
All right.
7 damage with piercing. I have to roll the d6 for
It's
the
piercing?
stress. It's piercing, yes.
Okay.
All that steam that's hissing out of the armor feeds into the shield, and you, if you'll allow me to describe it, so I feel it's cool. As the shield is about to go down, you see a spike coming out of the bottom of the shield, with all that steam coming out.
You notice, even though this is piercing, you notice the piercing doesn't do anything.
Oh,
Stop its resistance.
fair.
Ouch.
No.
The angel has a special note saying piercing will not stop its resistance.
I'm very glad I didn't spend a minor ability on piercing on my exsanguinate then.
Well, let
Speaking
me
of
roll
abilities.
the d6.
Angel's got a note from his mum.
Redthorn will
That's not
kind of
nice.
just turn to the others and say, "Oh, I'm really sorry you have to witness this." And her eyes will roll back, and the pulsing, that bright, glowing red pulse in her veins that shines through her fur, gets faster and faster and faster, and you start to hear a heartbeat like pulsing out from her. And you know the mantis blades in Cyberpunk, her legs kind of do that and extend. Her arms like crack and dislocate and extend, and bones break, spearing out of her skin.
Ooh.
And all like the whole time there's this miasma of red that's covering her whole chest, and it's this massive beating heart as her head and neck extend, her shoulders lifting into the air, and her jaw splits apart, and she basically blossoms like a demigorgon at the top, and she enters her true witch form. And then I'm going to exsanguinate that
Yes,
motherfucker.
or audience, raw mind stress.
Yes, please. Sorry, gang. I'm gonna now true form. It means I have mastery on hunt and kill, but risky on everything else. So I'm gonna roll kill with mastery, and that is a crit.
There's a
If
crit.
you're within arm's reach of me, though, it's not risky.
I'm not really planning on doing anything else but killing anyway. Let's be real. Oh, wait, hang on. That increases the die size by 1?
Yes.
Okay. Let me go grab a d12. Didn't plan on this. Where is it? There you are. That is a 10.
Like, be not afraid.
With a 10.
And did it seem to be particularly resistant to that shield bash? Like very?
Not it. It seemed like it's got a similar thing to a Seon.
Yeah, but I mean, like, what, like, basically, like, do I get the sense that it has more resistance to blood or echo?
Either. It's the
Okay.
same.
I'm gonna drop it in blood then.
Okay.
Wax blood, baby.
It's
It's just retching. This thing shouldn't have blood. Apparently, it does.
It's still hanging on. Like you can see, like it's like the red tendrils that are going across its body are still like traveling, but there's like liquid dripping from each of the red tendrils, and the light that's making up its body is flickering. Petals.
Right, has anyone got active blood stress? Or mind
So.
stress? In that case, how far away is the thing?
It's like right up against y'all.
Okay, in that case, I'm gonna use the smoker on it. Because it's debilitating and smoke. So that'll be d6 kill. So to hit, it's 10. So that's critical. I rolled 2 1s on the damage die.
Oh.
Still hanging
So
on.
it's 2 damage. But it's debilitated now, so the next attack made against the angel is rolled with mastery. Have fun.
It turns to both
and also smoke, right? So it can't. So there's obscurement. Is that just a range thing?
Yeah. So it's in melee range.
Okay.
So we reduce the damage of incoming and outgoing ranged weapons by 1 step.
It turns to both Redthorn and Bryn, who just did a
ridiculous
crazy amount of damage to it, and it's going to swing on both of you.
Fair enough.
So that's 10 for Bryn, a 10 for Redthorn. Doesn't change anything. It was at the highest die. So 6 for Bryn, 6 blood damage. 6 for 6 blood damage on Redthorn as it like shrieks out. It's like fighting.
And I'm only taking 3 because of your +1 to blood protection, right?
I believe for Bryn's, yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
What's both of your 3? What's your stress at, Bryn?
Total stress is 5.
Okay.
Actually, I'm going to choose to take that in Echo.
Redthorn,
no, that's stupid.
Redthorn, you are going to take a fallout, but I will resolve that after the conflict. It's going to be a minor fallout. So you do lose any stress in blood. Is anyone else doing anything? Finish off this guy?
Can Go can something that is ranged still be used in melee, like with the
I
closeness?
don't. Let me. I think it has to have point blank on it.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
it
the
can still
range
be
tag
used.
is the range
Um,
tag says this equipment can be used at range.
They can. It just. I think it's a lower damage die.
Yeah, but that's also because of the smoke. It's a lower damage
Right.
die.
But at very close range, it increases its stress die by 1 step. That
So close range. So that will cancel out. It's the normal. It's a D12 still.
yeah. Yeah, just I'm gonna just use my bow again.
Alright.
With mastery because of destabilize.
Yeah, because
Yes.
it's debilitated.
That.
Yes. Hold on. Quick. I'm just. This is one of those things where it's like, can I just before this, Asean is going to take the harpy heart and chow down on it, like swallow it as quickly as possible.
Okay.
Understand that this might be a sneaker evade roll to like do this without something dangerous happening. But I will be using fell metabolism, so when I use the red feast ability, I choose to have my attacks gain brutal for a number of actions equal to the amount rolled on the resource die instead of gaining a domain. So
So yeah, this would be a sneak or an evade roll.
doesn't matter. Any domain on that at all, or
No domain.
no domain. So the roll does not change regardless. I have no abilities. I do not have sneak or evade. 4.
So it's going. You aren't getting the brutal tag. The angel is able to catch you and knock the heart out of your hand and splash you across the face, doing let's see, 5 blood damage, still piercing. What's your
Oh, it's got piercing, right?
Yep.
Oh, sorry. What did you?
Totally is 5.
It was 3 for you, I believe.
Yeah, you
Right.
never gave me my fallout, by the way.
It's a minor fallout. I'm gonna get that
Okay.
5. You're gonna get a minor fallout as well.
Oh god damn it. We'll do that later, I assume.
Yeah, just because we're moving along.
Can I still attack?
Yes, you can still attack.
Yeah, okay, cool. So it's like, okay, well, screw that, I'm still gonna shoot it. So kill and I get mastery because it's still the next attack on it, right? Whoever that he was. 9.
All right. Yeah.
So,
Roll your damage.
2.
It
Why?
It had 2 stress left.
Oh,
Hey.
How are you killing this angel?
so Asayan pulls out the harpy heart, and obviously the thing smacks it away and probably scratches up his arm. Asayan just growls in response, pulls out his bow, and I'm just imagining it's literally the tip of the arrow is almost at the thing's throat. So as soon as he lets go, it's just the full force of the arrow going through its neck.
Yeah. You shoot this arrow all the way through its neck, and it shatters like glass. Red tendrils and these shards of light fly everywhere. But you see what's left of the angel shattered, but there's a small orb of light in the center for a moment before it sort of circles in on itself and sinks into the ground. You have defeated the Penumbra Angel. It's not dead. It's not a problem. because it has to reform.
Good.
And you are able,
cruel angels get fucked, actually.
and you are not being hunted anymore. And there you stand at the entrance, back up to Tier 1, where you see the city that you all started your adventure in, being the last 4 surviving members of Miles Hitch's expedition to the heart. That's what do you all do in the coming, like, you just survived almost so many almost fatal encounters. How do you come back from that? Redthorn, where does your life go?
I mean, first I'm going to untrue form, and that never happened. I mean, Redthorn probably is sticking in maybe even the second layer, just like going and probably going to try and find more witches, to kind of learn more about the disease, the curse, how to go about things. And it's going to keep like collecting a bunch of bones and weird shit.
Petal.
Petal is going to. I mean, we're still in the forest, right? Petal's going to go and see
I-
if she can find any more bees.
More bees?
More bees! Because,
Yeah.
you know, she needs to make friends with every single bee. And then the unquiet voices in her head might finally leave her be, and she might finally find the peace that she's been searching for her whole life and that she did not find in. I can't remember what the Elfir castle is called, but pretend I said something and it was poetic and great and I didn't ruin it.
You didn't.
Bee time.
Bees.
Bryn.
Bryn's gonna keep loitering in one of the Tier 1 havens, utterly traumatized by all the horrors he's gone through and back the city beneath. He most of the time you'll probably see him in a tavern staring at a couple of trinkets, a pocket watch with the picture of a woman who's his mother, human woman, and another picture, a locket of a drow, a one-eyed drow, who was part of his order before he was exiled.
Assail.
As soon as they've recuperated enough, Asean gets the next job to guide more people down towards the heart, and that it's back to business as usual. This is, yes, he almost died a whole bunch, but that's par for the course for him. Eventually, he'll go missing, and a new beast will be added to the domains beneath.
You all go your separate ways, having finished this expedition, one that nearly killed all 4 of you at multiple occasions. Having defeated this Penumbra Angel, but with the knowledge that it still exists, and that if you were to travel deep into the heart again, as far down as you did, you might not be so lucky, for the heart does not forget. But you go on with your life. You find your bees. You travel. You find more witches. You guide more wandering souls into the city beneath. And but there's a moment of reprieve having survived. And with that, the beating, the sound of the heartbeat leaves your ears, and you're able to find peace. And our adventure comes to a close. I want to thank you all for joining us for the beating of the heart. I want to thank my players, and I hope you all stick around for the next. We've got another game coming up right after this.
Yeah,
Thank you very
that
much.
was amazing.
Awesome.
Amazing story. Thank you so much
Thank you.
for guiding us on this expedition of awful, awful things.
Terrible, awful, no good.
Oh, I love it.
Go this direction
That
for
was,
the stream.
that was awesome.
Let us know when